back with part 2 of our discussion about weird genetic hereditary things, but we're here with Avi Lieu.
Hello.
And Mike Farr.
Hello, everyone.
And me, Jim McDonald, and
Kyle Fidel Castro.
Kyle Castro.
Whoa.
Fidel.
Yeah, I don't associate me with that criminal.
Sorry. Wrong one. Wrong Kyle.
And Sebastian. And
No, you're good.
and somebody's here.
Looking for the restroom.
Something's going on. Could be the plumber. The women's restroom, there's a
She was
toilet
working
that
out.
leaks.
Oh.
Like when you flush, it kind of sprays the wall.
Okay. That's probably what I think I've heard about it.
Not a thing. Not a good thing.
No.
The new bidet.
Yeah, it's a bidet, but it's like a wall bidet. It cleans the wall
Kind of like in the men's restroom.
after you pee.
The self-cleaning toilets.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't they have those in San Francisco?
They do. It's a whole like kiosk, I guess. Maybe I don't know. They have them.
these.
They have them
those
in
are
Europe
dope.
too. Like, I know they have them in London.
You would think that would take off.
Yeah, you think it'd be the greatest thing ever?
Right? Like, why not just have all single room? I think single room bathrooms win by far. Always.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
What were you?
Inclusion,
Okay.
you know,
What were you
like-
talking about?
San Francisco's like the portal potties or like public restrooms. You used to. I haven't been. To San Francisco forever, but you
I've
used to
only
pay
seen the
like
ones on Market Street.
Yeah, you'd pay like $1 or 50 cents or some shit.
Yeah.
And it self cleans when you're out. It like just fucking does like a car wash shit.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
just
you think
sprays
that-
down the whole inside of the place.
Yeah, literally sanitize the living crap out of it. You think that would be the norm in every bathroom everywhere?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't every airport just be single door bathrooms? Obviously, it takes a little bit more square foot, but not that
Yeah.
much. And then they're all self-washing.
That's pretty cool.
That's genius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many public restrooms that I saw in Europe were pay to play.
Really?
Yeah. So supposedly they
Fucking
stay cleaner.
commies.
Supposedly they stay cleaner.
Yeah, probably.
But-
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like,
would
I get
think.
it.
Yeah.
I get it. But if it's not cleaning itself or something, like if there's not
They-
like a...
There's supposed to be a person doing it. Yeah.
It's a bus.
That was loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's not something going on, I don't feel like I should pay.
I agree with you.
You know what I
yeah,
mean? But if they
100%.
have something,
Yeah.
if I get a little mint afterwards, like if it's the sickest bathroom ever, I'd pay
I
$1.
mean, if you go in and it's constantly clean, yeah. If it's super clean,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, it looks like they clean this a lot.
Yeah.
50 cents or €1 or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But if it's just like
But
they're
imagine the whole system, because you have to have like the draining and where does the water come from? and-
probably just drains down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Like
but
it's
like,
like a-
where does the water come from?
from the top.
Okay, where do babies come from?
Oh, I know.
Like you have
There'll be like a
to.
water
I
spout
think-
somewhere.
Yeah, they
The
could just have like
system-
spouts
It's like a
all
car
through the
wash.
wall. Yeah, like
I
a
could
car
see
wash.
how that makes things more complicated.
For
though.
sure.
They can't just have it everywhere.
No, but that's why I'm willing to pay, or just at least
$1
the single-
freaking-
the single rooms everywhere, like even Vegas, like nice hotels or buffets. You'll go in, it'll be like a communal wash, but then when you're going to poop, it's like a mini room. I love that.
Sponsored by Vegas.
Yeah, I love that.
Why are public bathrooms like not more private? Why are there cracks in the doors?
Bro, and why
shit?
are
I
the
don't
doors like
understand.
4 feet off the ground and then only like
I
5'8"
don't
tall?
understand.
I
It's
can
like-
see over them and I can see under
Yeah.
them.
I just don't understand.
That's what I'm saying.
Part
So-
of it is like an American thing though, because some other and like there will be videos on how people from other countries are like weirded out by that.
I'm weirded out by that,
Yeah.
and it's my country.
It's an American thing, but why?
Yeah.
I guess.
I want a fully enclosed door that closes. I want
That's what I'm saying.
I want to be
Vegas.
serious
trapped in the
ventilation.
bathroom.
No, the Vegas ones are like 12-foot ceilings, and it's like a dressing room.
It's like a Nordstrom.
Totally closed. Yeah.
And you've got your wash station in there
No,
too, right?
that's communal.
Oh, I've seen
Yeah.
plenty of those that you got the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't
in
mind
one.
that either. But I don't mind washing my hands in the thing. You know, like if
Yeah.
everyone's washing their hands, that's fine. But you go in there, it's so private. In the wall, it's real walls. It's not metal walls. It's like a legitimate room. You feel kind of.
How about the ones where the sink? There's only one sink and it's outside of both.
Boys and girls.
Yeah, so in the
I've
actual
seen that.
bathroom.
Yeah.
A lot of bars do that.
there's
Urban
sinks,
Roots
yeah.
over here
Urban
does that,
Roots,
yeah.
yeah.
Not as weird as the park or cafeteria where
Yeah.
the sinks are facing each other through like a one-way mirror deal. So I'm staring you in the eyes through a glass wall washing my hands. That's just some horny club stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right?
That's what it is.
That's weird.
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
did
very
not know
weird.
that.
Yeah, cafeterias like that. Or maybe Caf has their own bathroom, but Mahjong's in the park.
The
Or
reason
club
why,
in downtown Sac.
the reason we don't have ours enclosed is so you walk in and you get a little intimidated, so you don't shit here.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
why we do that.
We try to scare,
Yeah.
but a lot of powerlifters don't care.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people, I wonder what the genetics are on that thing. Like, why are some people have poo fear and some people have zero?
Zero.
That's a good
Like
I have
some dudes,
fear.
same with just being naked. Like
Yeah.
some dudes would just like drop trow and shit right there in front of all of us in front of the
Yeah.
podcast and not even think twice. Where I'm holding my
Ooh,
thing
yeah.
till I got to puke, till I got to rip my shirt off and go home
Yeah.
and poo all alone.
I think it's
Again.
down to like people that are the same kind of people that will yell at waiters. Like they'll
Yeah.
oh, that
There's
kind of
a
shit.
switch in there.
Yeah, there's something going on. Like
There's a switch.
they'll openly yell at waiters. They'll openly honk, flip people off in the
Yeah.
streets. Like they don't really care about shit. Like whereas I'd be like feel embarrassed.
Yeah, I'd
You know,
feel
like,
very
stuff like that.
embarrassed.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you a public pooer?
What does that mean? Because you just talked about pooping in the middle of a room. Like, I don't know how public you're talking.
That's pretty public.
Will you
yeah.
wait? Will
I
you
feel like-
eat a stomach ache like and just sit there and just like
Oh.
and not
I feel like
go?
it's not gender exclusive either, because
No.
like in my early days, years ago, decades ago, you know, you'd be in a party and maybe you'd be driving. I wouldn't be drinking and driving, but I'd be sober driving or something. We'd have a
Driving
sober
and
driver.
drinking.
And we're heading somewhere, whether it's bar to bar, party to party, and there would also be ladies that'd be like, "Oh, fucking pull over," and like open the door halfway and like piss out the door and
yeah.
shit.
No,
Like it's
Go-
not gender exclusive. Like, y'all are just as
Yeah.
nasty.
You're right down the street. I'll have to show you right now. They're doing that.
Without
I,
a doubt.
Yeah.
I know there are some people who are like they know I am waiting to go home to poop.
Me.
I'm not really like that. I don't think I need to use the restroom often when I'm out anyway. So I never really
I
think
just know
about
it's an
it.
ordeal sometimes, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had it like an ordeal. If I really need to go, I'm just like, I'm just gonna use the restroom.
As a kid, I wouldn't, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I was literally scared.
Are you scared?
I'd have
I was
pooping
scared.
I'm scared of the bathrooms because the flush was so loud.
Never
I'm like, it's gonna freaking swallow me,
Some
bro.
public ones do. They sound like a tornado.
When I was a kid, not now.
Yeah.
I'm a big girl now.
I had a doctor's appointment at 8 o'clock this morning, and I am not a morning person, number one. Number two, my bowels are not morning bowels either. So I need a little time to process everything before I go
Yeah.
anywhere.
The
And
poop
I did
routine.
not have that time this morning. So my blood pressure was through the roof because I needed to take a dump. And I did not have time. They whisked
Constipation,
me.
blood pressure.
They whisked me into the room so quickly. And I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, like, I need to step out, but it's not going to be like a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to need some time.
Yeah.
To take off all my clothes.
To take, I did not take off all my clothes, but I will tell you that
Hopefully
it was
they weren't checking the oil on this visit.
They were not. No. They did not do that. It was uncomfortable. Before we really get into it, I had a thought on my way in today of something fun, like a little icebreaker. Name a song that is not currently popular. Maybe used to be popular, maybe didn't, whatever, but you think is a banger, especially lately.
Kyle's got some in his pocket.
I have
can feel it.
nothing in my
There's a
brain.
very niche genre of people that would say I would spit and bangers.
Go.
No, you got a
It's
pretty
a banger
wide,
for you. It doesn't
you
have
got a
to be
pretty
banger for everybody.
wide
Dude,
repertoire.
ball with the ball, Kid Rock.
What the hell is that?
You never heard that?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. You
No,
need that in your life.
I'm bad at.
No, you'll.
That's just like a surface level one. I don't
Avi's
know.
gonna
I'll have to
deadlift
think a second.
500.
I
She's
feel
gonna
like-
deadlift 500 of that
No,
song.
you would.
What is? How does it go? Can you sing it?
No, I
Give
can't.
us a few bars.
I'm not that
You
talented.
know Kid Rock?
Kid Rock.
Bars,
You don't know
not
Kid
really.
Rock?
There's just
Kid
him
Rock's
going,
from
"Ball with the
Detroit,
ball,
and he-
bang." That's it.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
He came
Yeah.
up in a similar time to Eminem, but he was more on the alternative rock side. What do they call it now?
Grunge?
Racist rock, I think
No,
is what they call it.
no,
now.
like
Kid
dad
Rock
rock.
ain't racist, all right, America.
He's totally
All
racist.
right, America.
Is he racist? What do
yeah,
you say?
he's totally racist. Everything he says.
I'll have to look it
Everything
up.
he says.
Kyle
he and
is
Ted
just
Nugent
also
are like
racist,
this
so-
now.
Oh, I love Ted Nugent.
Kyle's
Ted
also
Nugent's
racist.
I
got
used to love
bangers,
Ted
too.
Nugent too, but he's like a fucking racist now. I can't deal with him anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know if
Well,
you turn racist, do you?
Well,
I think you're just born it.
No, I don't know if you're born it, but I mean,
No,
I'm just
no.
kidding.
like Ted Nugent's been around for like 40 years, 50 years, you know? I don't think you turn 60.
I thought Kid Rock like grew
I
up
think
with
he
all
does.
like the rappers and shit.
So
You love those
he
guys.
definitely grew up in Detroit, and I don't really know about his racism, but what I do think is cool is he bought a fat plot of land. I don't even know where he gets his money. Like his music was popular, but not that popular.
No, it wasn't.
And he, yeah, like he's not a one-hit wonder, but he's like a 5-hit wonder.
Yeah.
And he built his own White House as his home. His home.
It's crazy.
If you Google it, it's fucking sick. It's like literally the White House, but it's in like some random mountain.
No,
of
it's
Detroit.
clean. It's
That's
clean
crazy.
looking.
I think he's got a 24K carat gold toilet,
Damn.
shit like that.
What kind of songs you guys got? What do you got?
I got a trillion.
I know. I'm thinking of like a lot.
I've been struggling with music lately. Finding new music or just like I've been listening to old stuff over and over.
Like
on
what?
repeat.
Just hit me up.
I don't know.
I'll fill you full of musical joy. So John Denver was one of my dad's favorites, and so that shit always makes me cry. And so like Country Road became an internet meme, but it's also like we did a road trip to visit colleges. And like I swear to God, it's the only CD we had, I think. And so like it's on repeat 100,000 times. And my dad was driving, so I'm like napping on and off, going to San Diego and wherever we went, like up and down California, and like every time I remember like half waking up from a nap, there's like John Denver just blasting.
Yeah. Very nostalgic, huh?
Very. So, but he's not that, whatever. There's a reggae version of Country Roads.
Oh yeah. I don't know who it's by, but
yeah.
Country Roads?
Yeah, it's like about Jamaica.
Like the rhythm is very similar.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. No, John
Like,
Denver's got some
right
some
in the
funk
channel.
in him.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, old folks kind of like that. So that's something I've been listening to, or something that I think's a gem that people need to know. I got music everywhere, bro.
I know you do.
I do. I've been listening to some Aretha lately, some Michael Jackson when I'm driving around.
I'm not a big music person. I like music, but I'm not like
a music.
Yeah, I find that I don't really listen to it if I'm not training, especially.
Yeah. I don't listen to it unless I'm commuting. So like even here though, it's only like 2 songs, so it's not the same. Like driving's a big music time for me, which I love. But
I think what makes you like a music person like that is taking like the next extra step and like watching documentaries on music and that kind of stuff.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
That's
Or diving
I
in
just don't go that far. Like
Yeah.
I really love like different types of genres, stuff like that. But like
Do you-
to really step out, it would have to be like a personal something to me. Like if I knew this person or like if they're a role in my life or something like that, I would watch it. But
yeah, I watched a Post Malone one recently. There's a Michael Jackson biopic coming out soon that I'm stoked on. I watch all those and all the regular movies like the Ray with Jamie Foxx, and I'll watch like a real documentary biography deal. I love them all.
I took a music appreciation class at some point, like undergrad, and I don't even know if the credits counted for anything ultimately because I changed schools so many times. But I got an appreciation for music in general, but it was a class that was about classical music, and like I'm not a great aficionado of classical music, but I know kind of what I'm listening to.
I
now.
do like classical music.
And the crazy thing is, then there's another doc, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's about heavy metal, and it's about the relationship. A lot of it's about the relationship between classical music and heavy metal. It's like it's crazy the similarities between them. Some the like structural stuff that's very similar. Like one inspired the other. Seabass, you got one?
I know you're cooking something.
Drop us a banger.
He has, yeah.
I've been listening to Mike put me on the other day. Grandma's Hands, Bill Willard.
Yeah, Bill
Ooh.
Withers.
And then one of my favorites is Spaceships by Kanye West.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, Kanye says he's dropping 3 new albums. Yeah, I listen to a lot of that random stuff.
3 new albums.
Yeah, this year, a couple chapters.
I don't keep up with new music or artists.
Yeah,
If
or
it's good, I'll listen to it.
exploring.
And I'll hear. I'll be like, oh, it's good.
I
Yeah.
came to the realization the other day that I'm just so old, and looking back, I have tolerated rap and hip hop, but I don't fucking like it. I never, never did.
So what do
Never
you
did.
normally listen to?
Age appropriate music, I guess. I don't know.
Kid Rock.
Kid
Yeah,
Rock.
Kid
Yeah,
Rock.
no, not Kid Rock, but the thing that inspired me is I was listening to Spotify the other day when I was walking, and I usually listen to podcasts, but for some reason I just decided to listen to music, and somehow like it actually is easier to walk faster when you're listening to music than it is a
Oh, for
podcast.
sure.
The cadence,
No,
you know.
Oh,
is-
yeah.
Whenever I'm doing any hard cardio, I got to go music. Unless I'm purely walking, I can do a podcast, but otherwise I'm turning on something.
Like I'll go for a walk and then music will get me running.
No, they have playlists that go like that you can line up kind of like a Peloton
BPM.
type thing. Yeah, like beats per minute, whether it be with like your stride or
Yeah.
with your heart rate or whatever. For sure, if you listen to something pushing, you're gonna push
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I just
amazing.
listen to David Goggins breathing. That's it.
So the one that got me, and I don't think I'd ever listened to it with like headphones or earbuds or whatever before, but I listened to the song a million times, is "Shout" by Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
It's that's a banger, and
That song,
the
right?
production is so fucking over the top. It is like it's like a Swiss watch. There's like so much going on. There's so much like syncopation.
I
and
love
it's-
the layers. I love like syncopation
yeah.
stuff. Like that's why I like classical music, hearing all different like the instruments and things.
yeah.
Orchestra.
Yeah.
Speaking of overly produced, John Mayer and the Grateful Dead were on tour together, and they just announced their residency in the Sphere in Vegas.
Oh shit!
And I was
really?
waiting for that. I looked up the Sphere stuff forever, and I've been around it, but I'm just not a U2 guy. There's not a single U2 song. You know, Bono's kind of punchable. There's just nothing coming at me. And they do have like an animal show there or something, which I've heard is just as sick. It's not it's like
What the hell's an animal?
At the
show?
Sphere?
Yeah, the Sphere. So
Oh.
you know what the Sphere is, right?
Yeah, the new thing?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Vegas?
The whole inside's all screens and shit.
Yeah.
So the animal thing's like, some kind of crazy animal documentary type shit with music, but not live band. And I just can't do U2. And then I looked forward and it was all U2, and then like maybe Fish or something, which also isn't in my vein.
How does U2 get so many deals all the time?
I don't know.
Remember
They must have the
invaded
most
our iPods?
banging. They must have the most banging manager
Dude,
ever.
remember our iPods
Yeah.
getting invaded?
Yeah, I was an
Yeah.
Android guy at the
That
time.
was
Oh.
Yeah, get
crazy.
I was like,
fucked.
what the hell is this? Why is this on my shit?
Exactly. You didn't ask for it, but there
No,
it is.
exactly.
No, how much money they make off that?
Dude.
$1 trillion.
Who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows? I
$1 trillion.
I like old U2. They fell out of relevance at some point.
Yeah, they're not in their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They think they're gods.
Yeah, but they were doing in the Sphere. They were doing Achtung Baby, which is a good album. Maybe one of their last really good. Maybe their actual last good album.
Is it
They-
Homeboy? Who's the dude that made Dre beats?
Iveen?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's probably Iveen.
It could be Iveen. Yeah,
That's probably when they fell off, dude. They don't have any talent. It's all Jimmy.
It's possible. I mean, he's done some amazing crap.
Jimmy
like,
Iovine is like the rock and roll Rick Rubin. Does that help?
Yeah.
No, that's just a
All right,
bunch
so
of people.
Jimmy Iovine.
It's okay.
Jimmy Iovine. No, because listeners probably don't know either. Jimmy Iovine ended up making Dre beats, the headphones,
Yes.
with Dr. Dre. But Jimmy Iovine, I don't even know if he's a musician, but they would call him a producer.
Yeah.
And basically, I think this is actually my talent, my hidden talent, where you're actually where you're good at nothing, where you're actually good at nothing, but you know you can recognize the sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his only job, and he's worked with you name a band from like 1978 to 1998,
Yeah.
and he produced their album.
He
Gwen
produced
Stefani, fucking Tom Petty,
Tom Petty,
like everybody who's
Stevie Nicks. He was
Everybody.
dating Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
When her big solo album came out.
ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, a talent I wish I had I'm so bad with like guitars or piano, like reading music. I'm the worst. It is insane.
Like, you don't
it's
have-
actually so
I
bad.
played an instrument and couldn't read music, so go on.
Like so.
Did you ever take like reading, learn how to read music?
Not learning how to
Yeah.
read. I'd rather start with the instruments because it's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just like strum it.
Just fuck around.
Like, dude, I'm
the
trying to
issue.
like learn a guitar, and I just like literally. I mean, like I could pick it up a little bit, but it was not making the leaps and bounds I wanted.
No,
to.
you could make leaps now. They came. I think I told you off
I think I
there.
saw that.
They
app,
made it
right?
so Guitar Hero. I don't know if any of you guys were in that era, but like, and I played music my whole life, and I wasn't that good. I'm very musically talented. It's probably my gift, and it's the thing I put the least effort into. So I sucked. Or I didn't suck, but I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I was pretty like okay.
At what?
Yeah.
And any instrument I grabbed, I was pretty okay, and gave zero effort. And you'd be like, oh, that guy can kind of play. Like the
Yeah.
drums I've gotten paid for, guitar, piano,
Ted Nugent.
trumpet. Dude, Ted Nugent basically opened for me.
But like,
Wow.
it's like
I don't wanna ask what he was
No, I
opening.
bet you this app. So the Guitar
Yeah.
Hero, when I played Guitar Hero, it was
that shit was fun.
So I grew
You ever
up-
play Guitar Hero, Jim.
you would probably like it.
I did
Bro.
it one time.
It
Yeah.
was crazy.
But you gotta like get good enough to like it, because it kind of is playing.
It's hard, dude.
Well, when I got good at it, it felt like I was playing music.
It's not funny.
Have you ever played it?
It's just so funny. Yeah, it's like a.
It
It's,
feels like you're playing
Yeah, but if
music.
you're
Rock
playing
band,
all
Guitar
five,
Hero.
Yeah.
if you're doing all 5 buttons, though, I couldn't get to 5 buttons.
Is
I can
it-
do 4 because
No,
I have
no.
4 fingers.
I was mega.
How am I
Right.
supposed to go to the other ones?
yeah.
I
Use my
can't-
thumb.
know.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I couldn't do it.
No, it's hard.
I was like,
no,
I'm
you're
done.
made for it with them long fingies. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How about the drum set?
Was that Rock Band?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Rock
I didn't
Band?
play that
Okay.
one.
It wasn't as like a. I can't think of the word.
They had a foot pedal thing, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just isn't responsive. It wasn't as responsive. The guitar was so responsive.
little laggy.
Yeah, you felt like you were playing it. Long story
Yeah.
short, they basically made a legitimate Guitar Hero for real songs and real guitar.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I saw
So
that.
it'll teach you how to play guitar legitimately.
They slow it down a ton.
Yeah, you
or
can
they
slow it down,
speed
you can speed it up.
Yeah, it's sick. I saw
But it's
an
all
app for
kind of
that.
like light and fret, rather than, and then you could probably learn playing music from that. There's something called tabs out there for guitar and probably piano, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how to read for dummies. And so that's how I learned.
Yeah.
Guitar was all tabs.
Like
I grew up playing piano, so
Oh,
and
yeah.
I read
Nice.
music.
Yeah, when you learn classical music, that route they're always going to teach you how to
Yeah.
listen to music or read.
I started
Yeah.
with playing by ear, just like making up stuff on a little toy piano, and then I asked for lessons. People thought I was forced into it because I'm Chinese and I was a kid. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that is the
no,
thing, right?
I asked for it. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
That is the thing.
It is,
Yeah.
it is
A lot of
great,
like the conservative old school families or ethnicities or whatever. Like Latin folks are similar.
Right,
Indian,
right, right.
Chinese.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And And then I was in band for 5 years.
With the chops.
Like, yeah. Drumline was
You seen
fun.
Nick
Percussion
Cannon's
was fun.
Drumline?
I have.
What a good movie.
Was that you?
No.
Kind of reminds you of the story of your life.
It's an over dramatic version, but
You go to all black college? Is that what you did?
Yeah, you went to Howard. Howard U.
Dude, that movie is so old.
It was so good. I had the
don't-
soundtrack on CD.
Dude, Stomp
is
the
cool.
Yard too.
That's the only good thing Nick Cannon's ever done.
Yeah, true.
Fuck that guy.
He did a funny show. I remember watching a funny show because I don't like Kevin Hart really. And I think even The Rock was in it. It's like,
With Nick Cannon?
yeah. Nick Cannon and Kevin Hart, they did a TV show on HBO.
And The Rock.
It was like
It's like all
Husbands of
your least
Hollywood.
favorite
It was like
people.
a- it was like a,
Oh, yeah.
satire
I think he produced
of-
that. Yeah.
It was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like I watched it, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. But yeah, back to the music, dude. No one in my family plays an instrument.
Oh,
either.
really?
Now that I think about it, I'm like, did my
It's just
grandpa
all
or grandma-
sports.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's kind of cool
Yeah.
though.
I went to pick it up. I was like, this is not me, bro.
You can't have it all, bro.
You do have the fingers for it, though, man.
I don't
mean, that was
know.
my problem with guitar. My fingers don't wrap around enough to actually do anything. I mean, it's like
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd
You
have to have
you can't have it all.
I'd have to have a
No,
skinny necked
It's
It
tall
guitar.
also
and
pissed
really
me off when I
athletic.
was a kid because like even like as a kid I tried to like learn it and it just didn't happen like that. So I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Mm.
A lot of it is like banging your head against the wall until you do
No,
it.
it is, and I'm like,
You know?
yeah,
Like if a chop's hard or something, instead of doing it at full speed, you literally have to go
Mhm.
like
But some people-
1/100th speed.
I mean, it's kind of fun though.
No, it could be
Yeah.
fun. But I think I didn't like that grind either.
Yeah.
And so I got good enough that with anything I could pick up
Yeah.
by ear or
Yeah.
pick up by
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Rhythm.
Natural.
You're good at
Yeah,
rhythm.
yeah.
I,
It's
I
like a
also like
raw-
rhythm a lot.
It's just a pure raw skill.
No, it is.
Like
It-
you could be talented to pick it up faster, like in your brain.
Yeah.
But the skill side of it, it's like
The physical.
I can't just hand you a guitar and you're just nasty. It's
Yeah, yeah,
impossible
yeah.
because like
Yeah.
you don't know what you're doing.
Guitar
drumming
is hard.
maybe.
Yeah.
There's some of those kids that are
Yeah,
like
they have to
fucking
hear though
5.
first.
For sure
you
they
know?
have to see or hear.
Yeah, they have to figure
But
out
no
what's going
kids
on.
doing that on guitar.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't know what's going
Yeah.
on.
Or
You're just-
singing.
So
Some
you're like
kids do
5
it.
strings. Like how does this even? Why is this making a different noise? My fingers are down here.
I think
like,
guitar is harder than piano.
They're so
Maybe.
similar once you dive in. You know who is crazy is Ryan Conferito.
JK?
EMI. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's insane.
He's just really talented. Like
Dude, so talented.
he's talented. He's creative.
He's so
I'm
good.
so jealous of that kind of talent.
There's something with music though that reminds me of the Na'vi. You know the Na'vi
From Avatar?
from Avatar,
Oh, okay.
where there's like this synergy.
I
that
almost
you
said something
feels like-
racist. I was like, I don't want to
4chan
say
shit. Yeah,
it.
it's 4chan
It
stuff, yeah.
feels like we all plugged our ponytails in together when you're playing with a
God.
band.
That was the most divorced
Oh.
dad thing I've ever. That's like there's a viral video of like a band and they're
Yeah.
on the beach and they all look like divorced dads.
Yeah, they are.
And they're all
That's
like shirtless,
fucking,
like oh rock on, like that, and then they rip.
Have
And
you
they
seen I
actually
Love
kill.
You, Man?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the era I'm in. I'm
Yeah.
that guy right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, the ponytail, the nasty.
Yeah,
ponytail,
I'm all
like a
those
rat
guys.
tail, basically.
You seen I Love You, Man?
He just cut his hair.
I love
no,
that
I don't know what
movie.
you're talking about.
You should watch it.
I love
It's
that
funny.
movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Paul Rudd, what's Jason Segel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that's the era I'm in. Those guys are probably 35. Like I'm living their life.
Yeah.
Oh, in the movie.
Yeah,
In the
Because I'm like,
movie.
they are not 35 now.
no,
Well, they were
probably not
then.
now. Yeah, that was probably 15, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Really
anyway,
good movie. Watch that for homework.
Yeah,
We'll talk
That
about
was
it
the
in the next
icebreaker,
podcast.
but it was more of like the igloo creator. You know,
Whoa.
it just was big.
Huh?
We
Okay.
started on poop talk. So, like, I don't know
Did
how
we?
that wasn't ice breaking.
Oh yeah.
To add to that, we were talking to Kyle while I was in chat. I wasn't invited, but Kyle's was streaming with our friend Devin, who also has the sweat.
Did you say I wasn't invited?
Yeah, I wasn't invited. They also play they also were talking about the
Just
pain,
slides that in. Yeah.
the pain we've had, and he's had so much pain. He was on all fours.
Oh.
Are we
Yeah.
back on poop?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Just
Abby.
because we talked about you on the stream,
Why?
how clueless you were, and
Yeah,
that
we're
we
like-
think you need to feel our pain.
I said I felt it once. Okay. And that's
I
enough.
feel like probably once every couple months. At
Once a
least
year
once-
for sure.
Yeah, at least once a year.
Maybe you get some fiber in you, you know? Maybe stay
No, I
hydrated.
think
you
No,
know?
the
Too
fiber
much
could make it.
sometimes.
The fiber
Yeah.
could make it
Oh,
worse.
sorry,
maybe.
sorry. Hydration.
All that. It's just a timing thing. I feel like.
You
I
eat
feel
the
like
wrong
it's.
thing too. I don't know.
I think it's like a message from God to let me know to recognize my health.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bitch, this could happen.
He's like, you're still human.
Yeah, this could get way worse.
Yeah.
And just shoves his God-like
Yeah.
finger in my tummy.
Yeah.
What?
That's what it feels like. Like the
So that
Pillsbury
Sistine
Doughboy.
Chapel thing, instead
Yeah.
of like God touching the
It's
man's
like
finger,
that.
Yeah, he's-
goes right in his,
He's
go right in his
inflaming
gut.
my he's inflaming my intestines.
Yeah, just
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
But I've never been on all fours, Devin.
Yeah, all fours is pretty tough.
Yeah,
Maybe when
what
I had
is-
to throw up. That's one of the worst. Like real food poisoning.
Yeah, dude.
That's-
I don't want to get in a
that's
vomit
literal
tunnel.
hell on
I
earth,
know.
yeah.
Dude, that's the
All right,
worst.
All right,
when I
back to
talk.
genetics. Move
Yeah,
on.
we're gonna go back to
All
genetics
right.
now. Well, I try to remember the last time I threw up, which was probably 15 years ago.
I haven't thrown up in a long time
Knock
too.
on wood,
I threw
yeah.
up recently from eating, drinking.
Alcohol?
Yeah.
We're living the college days?
Okay.
Go Santa Barbara.
No, that was yesterday. that was last night.
Little flashback.
Go Gauchos.
To be fair, wow.
Abby's upside down on the beer bong. on the fucking
No, I didn't like drinking that
doing
much.
fucking handstand push-ups.
All right, we're last episode we were looking at this article from The Healthy about 16 things that are genetic and hereditary, and you didn't know. Things we covered last time: tolerance for pain, sneezing at the sun, facial expressions, distinctive facial expressions, night owl or early bird. Did we talk about coffee last time? Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Sweaty hands. That one we didn't talk about last time. We didn't talk about that one.
Glass half
That one.
empty or half full.
Did we talk about whether a diet works for you?
No.
Okay, we'll hit that
Oh,
one
we
this
talked
time.
something about fat people, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we sort of went on a little bit that, but not how trusting you are. We talked about
Yeah.
your ability to smell asparagus pea.
That one's crazy.
Yeah,
That's like the Sixth Sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
You seen the Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
That's kind of like that, right?
I smell dead people's
Scary
pee.
movie.
Like it's not the asparagus, it's me.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's some Matrix shit too.
I can't remember if we talked about sweet tooth. Did we talk about sweet
Yeah.
tooth?
Yeah, that was
Yep.
the
Okay.
fat people thing. That
Oh,
was
okay.
the fat people.
Yes.
And whether you see the glass is half empty or
Yep.
half full.
Whether you see
Okay.
ghosts.
Whether you see ghosts. So
Genetic.
You
we're
believe
gonna-
in ghosts?
We're going to reset to the ones that we have not talked about before.
What?
It's just your reaction. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I believe in them.
I don't know if I do.
I don't see them, but who am I to say that they don't exist just because I don't?
I had an experience
With a ghost?
that was not explainable. Yeah, it was. I mean, I would ghost whatever.
Let me explain it. Go ahead.
Let me explain it real quick. I don't know why it happened, but after in a couple of days after my father-in-law died, he had been at our house before he died, like 2 days before he died, and he had cancer. It was kind of everywhere. He was in hospice. It was kind of caretaker mode for a while, and my mother-in-law had to come up here for something, and she brought him with her. He was at my house, and got very confused, and had to it was difficult to convince him to get into the car to go home. It was very difficult to get him to not open the door on the freeway and just get out of the car. Didn't know what was going on. Whatever. There was just a lot of
Confusion.
There was it was kind of heightened emotional state trying to talk to him about what was going on, and just kind of keep him in check as much as you possibly could, considering the condition that he was in. So a couple days after he died, we'd gone down to my in-laws when they were living about an hour away, and my son Jake and I came home to get clothes for the funeral and stuff like that. And we're outside the door of our house, and I hear voices inside, and it's that heightened state, kind of, two voices, heightened state, trying to whatever. Can't make out the words, but there's
Your son hear it?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Something going on. What the hell is this? Open the door, fully expecting somebody to be in there. Nothing. During the same time period, our babysitter came to get something. Not while we were there. We'd given her a key to come in and get something, whatever, and had the same experience independently of us.
Scares me.
Told us later about it. It's did you I thought somebody was at your house, and so there's kind of a theory about ghosts or whatever that in a heightened emotional thing happening in a place will mark that place for a period of time.
Has it
Yeah.
happened again?
Nope.
Hearing voices. So it's just voices.
It was just voices. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Conversational though.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Heightened, very heightened conversation.
I like hearing these stories and experiences. I hope I don't experience it myself
I'll freak
ever,
out.
but
Yeah.
I'll freak out.
yeah, but it's
I know
really
too
cool.
many dead people.
I see dead people.
I know way too many.
We're back to the
That's too
Sixth Sense.
scary.
Insomnia.
That makes sense.
Yeah, 7 genes put people at risk for insomnia, according to
Makes
7
sense.
of them.
Nature Genetics. Yeah. They also overlap anxiety disorders, depression,
Yeah.
and neuroticism.
Yeah.
You're not sleeping, dude.
I got 6 of the 7 for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like insomniac as a kid. Now I'm pretty good. But I literally couldn't sleep until...
Is it because you're
Maybe-
ADHD?
Yeah, because of the anxiety.
Mm.
Yeah, because of anxiety. Probably till I was... Dude, everything like comes together. I used to have these leg pains that were so bad when I was a kid. I would literally cry in the
Like
middle of
growing
the
pains?
night. So we thought they were growing pains. We go to every doctor in the world.
They're ghosts biting on your
They
leg.
were ghosts.
Just gnawing at
Check
your leg.
check under the bed.
And so I don't who knows really what it was, but in hindsight, I get that same pain now every once in a while when I'm highly dehydrated and lack of sleep. So when I
Oh.
travel, and it literally feels like a bone ache. Like it's such the worst pain I've ever had in my life. Like not to amputee area, but like as a kid, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, mom, like fucking punch my leg, like
Yeah,
and
kinda-
I'd be sitting there like this trying to sleep.
Like
Like-
gout?
Like
Yeah, I don't
growing
even know.
pains.
So that's what we thought, but we went to every doctor ever, and they're like, no, probably not, this
Yeah.
and that. And like I said, coming full circle, I thought, now I get it when I don't sleep a lot. Well, as a kid, I never slept.
Yeah.
Probably until I was like 22.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't fall asleep. My brain was just screaming.
Imagine how tall you could have been if you had enough sleep.
I'm the tallest far to ever walk the planet. I think I tapped out.
And then you'd be in the NBA.
Oh, dude, that would be it.
You know, you seen like on social media these guys that want to, they're already tall, but they want to be taller, and
It's
they go to these
crazy.
like height clinics.
Yeah, we did a thing on JK did where they'll literally extend their legs.
Yeah.
But then you're
Yeah.
so useless.
Yeah.
The coordination, the proprioception, and the muscles and tendons like take forever to become
Yeah.
like
It makes my
functional.
skin crawl bad.
No.
Like I don't know why it makes my skin crawl.
Would you
Like,
ever get
seeing them on the
shortened
crutches
ones?
and like their legs longer? I'm like,
I-
they had to
yeah.
stretch all that out. I'm like,
When they look dumb. Like
Yeah,
it
they
looks
look-
like you
their
extended
legs
your
look
legs.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just break your tibia and your fibula
And they
and
just put
Yeah, just
add some
add
extensions in there,
PVC
yeah.
pipes in there.
But would you say, would you ever what? You were just
I was just gonna say, would you ever go shorter?
no,
Because your height's not that bad, but like
Yeah.
there's some inconvenience.
no for sure.
But you
I
start
think if
to
I was
be-
like 6'7",
yeah.
6'8",
I was gonna say my buddy Lou, like Lou Al, bro, like
I still get away with shit.
he can't get through a door.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
can only ride in like SUVs. Literally, he's 6'8", and
Yeah.
his legs are longer
It's
than
rough.
anything.
Yeah, I can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also do HGH for short folks. There's a PGA
Why are
golfer.
you pointing at me?
Short folks.
Actually, I just saw today. that-
Lionel Messi got that. They gave him HGH before your growth plates close, and you'll grow taller.
yeah.
Oh, damn it.
So like in the 80s and 90s, they were giving it to kids, but it was HGH derived from corpses,
Nice.
and
Ghosts.
and now those people are getting early onset Alzheimer's.
Oh, shit.
You
Yeah.
got genes from whatever fucking dead person.
Yeah, or something. Who knows? Who knows?
How many we have on the list? I was wondering if we do part 1, part 2 again, or no.
No, there's not that many more.
alright, 'cause we're flowing.
So, next one is cheating. Not cheating on tests, but cheating on a partner.
Oh,
I feel like that's all wrapped up.
Unfaithful.
I feel it's all the same.
strictly a social.
Yeah, maybe so. It's just
I don't know.
You check data on kids that want to cheat on a test. I bet they're more likely to cheat on.
I guess the
anything.
reason why, right?
Yeah.
Because like I don't know.
so they looked at zebra finches, which is a kind of bird, and, and some of the males have what they
like
call
us?
Playboy
It's
gene.
the same.
Playboy
Oh.
gene.
Yeah, it's actually a variant on the thrill-seeking gene, the DRD4 gene. There may be news that female genetics can be just the same as men. A mutation on the vasopressin
Playboy.
receptor gene may affect trust, empathy, and bonding. Presence of these genes in either sex don't control behavior. People make their own choices, but inherited traits in men and women for this impulse are not as uncommon as you might think.
That's crazy. I've
Yeah.
never heard that. Because they say once a cheater, always a cheater. But then some people believe in forgiveness,
Yeah, it's genetic.
maturity.
Mm.
I'm gonna gene test my wife.
Yeah, I don't know.
Make
I mean,
sure she doesn't have the insomnia.
After
shit,
she's
the
already your
ghost.
wife.
No, before for
well,
sure.
here's
with
the
the
thing.
prenup.
You don't marry somebody that cheated on their spouse to be with you.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the old adage for sure.
Maybe you know.
That's
Maybe.
That's flimsy, you know. No, I'm just kidding.
It depends.
Because like they always say, right? And I mean, it seems to be true. Like your spouse does that to you, they're gonna do, or
Yeah.
does them, they're gonna do
Yeah,
it to you.
how you
Right.
met someone is.
Yeah,
How,
yeah.
but the other bigger issue is just that men are literally impossible of cheating evolutionarily.
Shut up.
Sorry, Avi.
We're what?
It's impossible for us to cheat.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean,
I don't
by
think there's been a man in the past that's
well, like
cheated.
by genetics, how many sperm do I have? I have tens of thousands. I'm supposed
I think
to.
it's millions.
I'm
Millions.
doing what I was put on the ground. I probably only had tens of thousands, and that's the issue. But I'm put
That
on
means
this
females
earth.
can't cheat either. Females are
No,
supposed to also like
you only got one egg.
Yeah.
You don't got that many eggs.
one eggs. One eggs.
I'm here
Scrambled.
to spread my seed as far and wide as possible.
Yeah, actually,
What are
that's
you?
calling.
You're not a gorilla, bro.
Be fruitful and multiply. You know?
that's the first sentence here. The spread their
See?
seed is the first sentence that I didn't read out loud
Yeah.
because like seed.
I'm supposed to spread my seed. It's in my genetically.
It's not
Why
an
are
emotional
you-
connection we have with the women. You know.
So why aren't you doing that?
Oh, I am.
Are you struggling?
We're struggling because I only have tens of thousands and not millions. So
Yeah,
me and
that's
Bart
it.
talk about every night is our TRT issues.
Yeah.
He actually went to get it confirmed.
Yeah, and now he complains about it every day.
That's the thing. The woman needs to understand. It's not an emotional connection we have with the other woman. It's just physical.
I'm.
so like we're not.
We're
technically-
doing our
you know what I
genetic
mean?
mission.
Yeah.
I don't love her.
We're
I love
just
you, baby.
we're here to do what we're meant to
Who
do.
the hell are you talking
The
to?
camera.
There's
There's one woman watching for sure, at least one.
There's a new male birth control.
Not
pill
anymore.
Yeah, I'm not doing that
Coming.
either. My
Yeah,
nuts are
hell
already
no.
fucked.
coming. It's
I heard
well,
it was not good.
no, actually, apparently no side effects at all. What it does is block the absorption of vitamin A in your
Just
scrotum.
my nuts.
in
I
your
get
nuts.
scared of
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I'm scared of my nuts.
Oh yeah,
know
but let the
nightmares.
female inject copper into their hoo-ha.
Maybe.
No, the female birth
Copper's a-
control is
Yeah.
bad, dude.
Female
There's some bad
copper
shit.
is a valuable
Stick
metal
it in
at this
their
point, though.
arm.
Hey, you're worth a little
Copper's
bit.
a
Yeah.
valuable metal.
Yeah. You're worth at least $10.
God, it's like a million different type of women. It's like birth control, and the men gets one.
No, it's fucked. It's fucked.
No,
It's
no.
fucked.
Birth control's
It's
bad
fucked.
too.
It's
not
fucked.
good.
We need to go back
Oh
to
my
like
God.
lambskin. We're on
I've
your
been
team.
on birth control for like years now, and I'm like afraid. There's a comedian who was saying this. She's like, I'm afraid to meet me off birth control. You know, because it's like,
Yeah.
who knows how different I
Yeah,
am.
because you've been
Dude,
on a
it
leash.
changes who you're attracted
I'm
to
like,
and stuff.
shit.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of
you're
changes.
right.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you've been on a leash.
It's-
Well, in the same
Yeah.
way that, and this is purely observational, but I swear to God that guys that we've known that were on a ton of shit are attracted to more masculine women.
No, 100%.
That's pretty.
And same with
stupid,
chicks
yeah.
that are probably on shit, whether it be birth control
More
or
mas-
fucking testosterone. They're grabbing the fucking gorilla dudes.
What's
Yeah.
the correlation between?
I don't know.
Like,
but
you're-
it's,
it's probably like
they
a-
sense strength.
I've seen it so
Maybe
many times.
there's probably like a test gap, you know. If I'm at 800, I need my woman at like 100. So then when mine goes to like 2K, I need my woman at like 1,000.
Why is that though?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Yeah,
It's-
it doesn't-
We see it as like powerful, maybe.
maybe.
I don't know.
but are they all of a sudden attracted to more power overall?
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
I don't know.
No, it's a good question.
But I
Yeah,
have
it's
seen
weird.
that as well.
It is very
anecdotally.
common, though. I feel like.
Yeah,
I think that they see themselves
probably.
in more
what-
masculine women.
maybe because anything you're trying to date is probably like in your vein, you know, like guys that work out are probably more attracted to girls that work
Yeah.
out, right? And then you just level that up.
Interesting.
I'm a walking
Yeah.
protein gorilla fart, and
Yeah, they
I
think-
want also a gorilla walking fart
Yeah.
woman.
I
Ooga
don't know.
ooga.
You'd also think the opposite too. Where it's like I want to get jacked, but I want my woman to be like
Yeah.
petite and
Or the
you know what I
opposite.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
to
the
counter.
opposite too, like some like 100. Sorry, all the listeners that are probably like this. All the 5'8", 130-pound men that walk in a straight line and move their hips and are a model or something. You know, they probably don't want to date a gorilla bitch.
Yeah.
They probably want to date like a 115-pound model-looking chick. You know, because it's just
Just relative.
yeah,
But then
it's
you
just
have,
what
like,
you
the-
know.
The model chicks who are like, oh, I want this super jack dude. So it's like
Yeah,
it is weird. I don't know.
they don't.
I don't know
though.
if it's preference or genetic or not.
They don't.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they don't what?
They don't want us jacked men.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
what
Mike
do they
made
say
a
when
sad
you
boy post about it the other
Yeah,
day.
when you get more jacked, only dudes want you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Our
that's
boy
it.
Bibby sent it to us. That's why he said it because he sent it to me and
He
Kyle.
is what Mike's talking about.
Yeah.
Into the camera.
He sent it to me and Kyle and said, "Mike, just the story of our lives, huh, pal?" That's who I tagged in my story. I said, "You're right, little buddy." They just
Story
want the fucking mohawk, tatted, leather wearing,
Yeah.
fix you
Small,
riding,
yeah.
cigarette smoking.
Let's bring that shit back. That shit died. I feel
They're
like.
out there.
It's definitely out there. But
What do they
it's
call
dead.
them? Scene boys or
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Scene?
scene boys or like not an emo boy, but they're kind of
Fuck
indie
boys.
indie boy,
Yeah.
like an indie boy.
I'm
No,
talking like
sadly, we're
Harley,
more
Is it-
fuck
like
boys. so I'm-
Harley, Dart,
Yeah.
Budweiser.
Yeah, they're out there.
Pick me boy.
No,
No, that's
not
us.
what that is.
Yeah, that's me and
That's
Bibby.
oh, it's you guys.
Yeah, that's me and Bibby.
like the Harley.
Yeah.
You get on a Harley. I don't know if chicks are into that. Maybe they are.
No,
they don't know
I think
it.
they are.
I think chicks are into dudes
No.
on Harleys. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know exactly what chicks are into.
That's crazy. That was
No, the
that
thing
was
is-
out of
I'm
pocket.
just kidding.
That was out of
I'm
pocket.
just-
We make the decision for you that is what you're into, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good now.
That was
Yeah, don't
crazy.
worry.
Yeah.
This is the last podcast Abby's
No.
ever coming on.
Someone needs to roast you.
I think you're building a fire.
Yeah, that's crazy. I already called myself a pick me. All right,
That's messed up.
pick
Uh,
me or
pick me?
incel? Which one's worse?
Incel.
Incel.
Incels.
Incel
worse.
big time.
So worse.
Because you don't have a choice.
There's a lot of pick me chicks.
Yeah, but incel, you
Yeah.
don't have a choice, bro. Yeah.
Are there more pick me boys or pick me chicks?
Chicks.
And more incel boys
Because
for
they get
sure.
away, because they get rewarded for it, too.
They
Yeah, they can because
Yeah.
dudes are just begging.
Yeah, dudes
for
just
any
like,
chick
you're a pussy.
attention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
Dudes are your
Yeah.
pussy. Yeah.
that whole dynamic's crazy, and it's only getting crazier in our modern day.
Yeah, it is.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Just like it's always been this way. Now to get into our dating segment of the podcast, it's always been that 90% of chicks are into like whatever 10% of dudes, right?
Mhm.
Because whether it be their looks, their value, or whatever, but that gap is just spreading deeper and deeper with the internet because people are aware of what's out there, what's potential.
Like
So
so,
it's like ruining the dating scene.
narrowing it down.
Yeah, well, it's separating the river.
Mhm.
And
the
that's why
reverse is
there's more
bad.
incels.
Yeah, the reverse is getting worse, too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why there's more incels. Because
Mm.
all these chicks see that there's these tatted guys driving Harleys that have millions of dollars riding a private jet, and so they're just going to wait out for that. So
You should do that. Get a private jet.
Oh, I
and
have 'em.
Ride a Harley.
Yeah, I do.
and
I do.
They
just
did the
get
stats on
tatted.
like Tinder or something like that.
no, it's
It was
literally
crazy.
that. It's literally like 90% of women.
Are
Yeah.
swiped right on
And
or
same
whatever.
same with like the ages whatever 18 to 30 of who's fucking.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
that gap's going crazy now. There's
Yeah.
like how many people haven't fucked. Not that that's like the number one indicator, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
because some people are by choice for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like the incel thing too is like an excuse. It's an excuse for having shitty social skills and
Oh,
whatever.
sure. But if they
you
look,
for
but they're
sure
very
can-
unattractive. It's
No,
like,
it is 100%.
Pity
No,
party.
they're not getting better looking. They're not working on their hygiene. They're not
Yeah.
working out. They're not working on their financial. No, 100%. A lot of that's controllable. Not all of it, but
Yeah,
some of it's
some of it
controllable.
definitely
shout out
is.
my look maxers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jaw maxers.
Yep. I'd be. What's it called? Moggin?
Yeah, Mog.
Moggin. Yeah, I'd be
Mog.
moggin.
Yeah, you put what is it? You push your tongue to the roof of your mouth or something like that.
Don't act like you don't know, dude. With that jawline.
I seen a picture the other
invented
day.
it.
I seen a picture on
You
Instagram. the other
invented
day.
it. Moggin?
Yeah. It's to improve our jawlines to find them more
Oh.
attractive because my testosterone's high.
It's crazy how they're like they act like it's in the air of whether the science is right on it. Like if you can like do it,
I
like
don't
change your actual jaw structure.
You have to be able to in some senses because there are muscles there.
Yeah, the muscle part for sure. But
Yeah.
I think it's just the body fat to reveal
For
your
sure, body
bones.
fat. It's kind of. I mean, it's just like bodybuilding.
And genetics.
Yeah,
Yeah, genetics,
revealing
of
your
course.
bones.
But
is
some
like
of that's
body
related
fat.
to that test shit. You know, like the higher test you have, you do get more of a jawline.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and chicks want that because we can spread so many seeds.
It makes your
Bring that thing full circle.
Full circle.
Does gear make your bones more dense?
It can,
Or can.
but it can
have
also
to.
make it more frail too.
Yep.
Yeah,
But-
with its exogenous.
And
hormones.
sometimes if it's
how does
too
that
dense,
increase? How does that
it's
make their
bad.
jaw better with gear then?
I think probably just the formation of some kind of anabolic receptors up there because of the muscles.
So it
and
would be
because of
muscle
the,
mainly.
Yeah,
It'll,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
tighten it
Muscle,
up.
Yeah, I don't think they
It doesn't
actually
affect your bones.
Yeah.
Once your
It
bones are
tightens it
pretty
up,
bones.
tightens this up.
It,
maybe
it might
tightens that up.
developmentally affect your bones, right? Like the kids that have more test,
Mhm.
ages 10 to 15, going
Yeah,
through
yeah.
puberty, end up with a more
Yeah.
harsh jawline than those soy boys that our whole nation's
Yeah.
full of.
Not the soy
We need
boys.
clippers, dude. This podcast go crazy with me and Kyle on here and the crazy shit we say.
Dude.
Holy
What'd you say?
shit.
We need
Clippers.
someone to clip
Yeah,
it,
we need clippers.
Yeah, yeah. We don't want anyone from Portland, Oregon on here, basically. I'm just kidding. Shout out Portland.
My mom
Not
said
really.
Portland's doing great.
Shout out Portland, seriously though.
Hey, I was born
Love
there.
you guys.
Yeah, yeah. And
I'm
you
a
left,
duck.
didn't you?
I'm a duck,
And
baby.
you left.
My mom went.
You're a duck.
quack. My mom went.
Is that in Portland?
You're a quack.
No, but
That's,
Portland only
Corvallis,
has
ain't it?
Portland State and UP, and no one really reps those.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like the Ohio State thing. If you're anywhere in Ohio, you're a Buckeye
Oh
fan.
no, Oregon State's Corvallis. Ain't it?
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
one's Medford. I might be wrong.
Eugene is University
Eugene
of Oregon,
is the Ducks.
U of O.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other one, like you said, Corvallis is the Beavers. The
Yeah.
Beavs. My mom, long story short, went to Portland and said it was actually doing pretty good. She
That's-
was surprised
That's good.
because she
That's
hadn't been
good.
in a while,
Glad they
and I
did.
haven't either.
I haven't been in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't 12
It's
years.
a
maybe.
beautiful state.
No, it is, and the city's great. Beaverton, man. That's where I was born. Nike Town.
Yeah, he
Don't
was,
know it.
He was born
Beaverton.
in Nikes.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Whether you have the urge to ski a Black Diamond Run.
Like
What?
adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just the example.
Yeah. Do you
And
know
it's-
Black Diamond Run?
No.
It's just the craziest ski things.
Right, right,
You know
right.
they're ranked.
Right. I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
I get
yeah.
the concept.
Where there's
yeah.
like fucking boulders and shit.
This says in a study of 500 intermediate to expert skiers and snowboarders published in the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science and Sports, because that's where that would be done.
For sure.
Researchers found that they had a specific genetic marker that made them more likely to take risks on the slopes.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to skydive?
Nah. See, I got
You do.
I got no adrenaline in me.
I used to
Sebastian,
want
got that
to,
in
and
you a
I'm
little bit?
over it.
I almost went.
You got
Oh,
adrenaline
yeah.
junkie in you though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes that shit.
You do?
No.
You?
No.
Kyle don't. Yeah. Kyle's
Maybe
more
when I
like
was
me.
younger, a little bit, but not really. No.
Mine's minor though. Mine's
Yeah.
like maybe.
Mine's like things I can control.
Yeah, mine's like jumping off a big rock into a lake.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
kind of into that.
Yeah.
I don't really like that either.
Yeah, but like that's minor.
Not the shit where I'm jumping out of planes and all that. No, I don't do all that.
I get a lot of it from sports.
Perfectly good airplane is the way I like to say.
Yeah, it's true. Why do these wings work
Yeah.
if I got to
Yeah.
jump out this bitch?
Yeah. Perfectly good airplane.
Yeah, I had a little bit of that, and I still do, but I just get it through other music, bro. I swear to God, sometimes at night I'll just be listening to music by myself in bed, and it'll get my fucking heart going. Live
say
music,
competition.
concerts, gaming's turned into our competition. My
Yeah.
adrenaline cranks up.
Yeah,
Last
always
zone
done
on a battle royale will
this again.
fucking crank you, bro.
I was just editing
Hey,
a video.
was I talking about it?
Yeah.
I'm not gaming.
Talking about last circle in a battle royale.
Oh,
A good
dude,
battle
yeah.
royale, last circle, dude. I swear my heart rate will probably go to
It's
140.
Like, yeah. It's about
For sure.
composure. It really is composure.
It is. There's a lot of
What's your
things going
composure
on.
stat and life stat?
What does that mean?
You know what composure means?
I like to keep your composure.
And he
I
meant stat.
understand,
He was
but
making like a video
Like,
game
let's say
reference
you're
where
a
you could
video
rev
game
it up.
character. What's your composure? Out of
Yeah,
100?
1 out of
in
100,
life right
you
now.
know?
What is it?
Like how you rank 2K. Like your deadlift, you're a 95
Like, let's say
deadlifter.
there's 10 of the best lifters in the world standing around you watching you deadlift.
No,
a PR.
she's a fucking ice
You
ice
got
water.
ice in there?
Oh, dude.
You do this one? You
At
did
the
it with that?
Arnold,
Have
bro,
ice in
people
my
are going
veins?
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
do. No, she
you're
does for real.
composed, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
No,
Yeah.
she does for real.
Oh,
You know what?
damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. You're a
Yeah.
killer.
I like listening to you talk about it.
No,
You're like
a killer.
convincing me. I'm
Bro,
like,
we're-
oh
we're
shit,
at the
yeah.
We're at the Arnold, and everyone at the Pro-Am has been a quote unquote pro, even though pros are new. They've been a pro forever. Like all her competitions, been to IPF, all this shit. And Avi's up there fucking giggling like Boo from Monster
Bro.
Inc. And she wins the whole thing, doesn't even give a shit.
No, you're right. Arnold was a fun one because I kind of just like didn't really care.
After she was a zombie the night before, spitting Jolly Ranchers into a gallon.
I was feeling
She was
sick.
even laughing then.
Yeah, I was feeling sick. But yeah, I was definitely back there waiting to go up, and I'm just like sitting there with my feet kind of just dilly dallying and
Yeah.
like.
Other chicks are listening to Marilyn Manson talking to
Yeah,
Satan.
some of them are like, for sure. And then I'm like,
I'll-
yeah, look at her go.
I'm a huge believer in like less is more, especially at that high level.
For sure.
Like I think like the like NBA, I think mainly like, I mean Kobe, obviously shot every day, hundreds of shots every day. Like he was a freak athlete, all that kind of stuff. But I just think on the average, less is more, as in like the person that's more so fooling around, but like it obviously doesn't translate into their game. Like they're not fooling around in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're not fooling around when you step up to the deadlift.
But you
No.
You're
can't
not
be
like, oh, ha, ha,
uptight.
like
No.
lifting it, but like you're
Yeah.
not like freaking
No,
out like
no.
that. So I think less is more in a sense of almost like ignorance is bliss. Because like the more you think about it, like I need to shoot this 3, I need to do this because I'm this player, and like
It's too
throwing
late.
all that shit away.
Well,
Yeah.
it's too late. You
Yeah.
have to put in that preparation.
No, exactly. Yeah,
Extra
yeah.
focus or screaming on the day doesn't get you a PR.
Like exactly.
It can
you
have
know.
the opposite effect. And I-
Totally,
That's what
it
I'm
can,
saying.
it can
And I think
burn out whatever you have going for you.
And
Yeah.
that's
You know?
why I lean into that like way more of like less is more.
A lot
Yeah.
of it
For
shows
sure.
how experienced you are too, because powerlifting as well, although you only compete 2 or 3 times a year. But basketball is a good analogy, although it's scaled up. You're going to play 82 games a year. Even in college, you're playing 30 to 40. High school, if you're good, you're playing 20 to 30. For if you're good, again, 4 years of high school, 4 years of college, and whatever in pro, you're going to get fucking tensed up 5 hours before a game through an hour game.
You just don't have time.
3
for that.
times a week.
Yeah.
Like you're wasting energy, you're wasting time. Kind of like to act like you've been there before. And it was interesting because LeBron James brought a lot of that kind of joking to the league, and he was getting hated on in the beginning. His early years with the Cavaliers, they had routines where they do all these different handshakes, and they do like funny fake pictures before a game, and they're having a good time.
Yeah.
But they're whooping everyone's ass.
It's good
but
for
they're
the game.
Yeah, they're getting hated
Yeah,
on.
if you're getting shit on, it's different.
Yeah.
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 But they were
Yeah.
getting
But then
hate-
you wouldn't be doing that if you're getting shit on either.
Maybe you
It's
should
like,
stop
hey.
fucking around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're
Maybe.
winning,
They were getting hated on for fucking around, but I'm like, dude, they got 82 games. They're sleeping in a hotel every single
yeah,
night.
It's
Like,
the team morale too.
yeah,
that you
they're
build.
having fun and they're like relaxed enough to know. Same with fighters, you could see sometimes in the UFC. Like, yeah, some guys come in intense, but a guy who comes in too tense, like that dude's about to get knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I've been-
nervous as fuck.
Aldo versus McGregor, I think, was the best
Yeah.
example. Aldo looked like he was like so tense and
Yeah.
got knocked down in 5 seconds.
Yeah, you have to have a cool head, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been
he's
there
good at
before
that.
though. Like I learned from my previous meets. I haven't done too many of them, but that I can definitely like apply too much pressure
Yeah.
and then kind of like short circuit in your brain and like try to get too hype, and now you're like, I don't know what are the actual things I'm supposed to be thinking
Yeah.
about. It just all disappears and you're like, shit.
A whole day of a meet, I'd listen to reggae and R&B, like the most smooth shit ever, until like last attempt in a warm-up room. And
Yeah.
maybe I'll turn on some Tupac or something.
Yeah. I would
It's
say,
just a job. It's just work.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
if
if
you
you're
think about it,
unprepared-
it's just work.
That's like I think I'm a prime example of that. Where like in high school and stuff like that, I would have everyone would be coming up to me like I met like George W. Bush, Nolan Ryan, those kind of guys. And even at the time, I wish I was more like that as my career went on. But at the time, I was just like, oh yeah, like that was Nolan Ryan, like that was cool, like But then almost as I got older, I started thinking more and more and more, which I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Like I would overthink. I'd be like, oh my god, I actually met Nolan Ryan, like
Yeah, yeah.
this and that.
Or who am I
And,
going to
like,
be tomorrow?
So I was a better player mechanically and all that kind of stuff as I played professionally, obviously, because I learned from the best and like stuff like that. I got better and better and better. But overall, because I'm now this like robot almost, and I'm not actually, I'm the opposite of a robot. Now I'm like this emotional creature.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh man, I'm a pro now. Like it all not that it all hit me at once or something, but I just started thinking like almost. I wish I was way more
overanalyzing.
ignorant. I wish I was just like the kid that was eating pizza and sleeping in and all right, I got a pitch today. Like
Well, to
all
make
right.
it
And just-
modern, that's what they're talking
Yeah.
about Rock Purdy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen his
Yeah.
interviews, but dude doesn't give a shit.
No,
that's
he,
that's
Yeah,
how you
he's
gotta be.
chilling.
Yeah.
he doesn't have any
Yeah.
shit to give.
Yeah,
He-
it's
Yeah.
cool.
And like that works for some people, but then again,
For
you have
sure.
the Kobe Bryants, right?
You have to know
Find who you are.
That comes through experience.
Yeah, and
the
I'm
only way
the
is
Brock
to do
Purdy
it.
type,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you
Like
gotta
you
have
could
fun.
say it comes down to like laziness, but like sure.
Yeah, I was a little more like Kobe,
Yeah.
just in the sense that I was quiet pregame and I kind of stuck
Yeah.
to myself. I wasn't all hyped up and crazy, but I was just focusing because I played like a quarterback-ish
Yeah,
position. I was
yeah.
like, all right, this team's going to do this and that. I'm going to have
Mhm.
to run this and that play. I was just really going over it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a fine line. And powerlifting, for example, is just so easy. Like, what are you going to fake
The
out, man?
bar
You ain't
is,
going to
like,
scare
so-
the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't going to intimidate shit out there, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I got so to finish what I was like saying with the career thing is like, I got better mechanically and all that kind of stuff, but overall, I got worse as a player, which is like,
'Cause of the
how is
mental.
that happening?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah. It's
mental
like, how is
nerve.
that? And then the people around you, like, you get on an island, and you're like, oh, okay, like this kind of sucks.
I'm
And,
on
like,
an
what's
island
going
right now.
on? And like, I got like my mechanics were so good. I had like some of the best mechanics I could think of, like very, very good mechanics. But like, it literally came down to I wish I was a kid, like just not giving a shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, like if I gave up 10 home runs, I'd be like, oh, because I've done that before. When I was younger, when I was 14, playing against 20-year-olds, I threw like 10 home runs in a row, and like I had a coach then who's like, no, you're not getting out, like you're staying in the game.
Yeah.
And like I wish I was that kid where like the game's over, I'm like, oh, all right, that sucked, but
Yeah.
okay.
On
But
to
like
the next.
then moving fast forward, 8 years or so. Now it's like I give up a hit. I'm sitting on the mound like, oh shit, man, I got this. Like they're watching me. Man, it's no longer like a kid playing the game anymore. I was like, damn, this kind of sucks.
You
And,
have stakes. You have pressure.
Yeah, exactly,
People
exactly.
eyes on you. Like
but
responsibility.
even though there are stakes, 'cause like obviously there's stakes with Kobe. There's stakes with LeBron and stuff like that. Even though there's like those stakes, I wish I was like ignorant to that.
Yeah.
Where I was
Mhm.
like, is there stakes?
Or find a way
Like-
to minimize it to yourself very
Yeah,
easily.
yeah.
like does it actually matter? Like
Yeah.
any of it? No, not
you
really.
almost like exaggerated it in your head
Yeah,
more
it's
than
like-
you wish you.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, oh, I just want to play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if I get released tomorrow. I'm gonna like have fun today. I wish I was more like that, but I was
Mhm.
so young, you know.
Yeah.
And you don't have those people around you. People don't care.
Well, that's
you
the
know,
crazy
so.
part. Yeah, pro sports start at 18 now.
Mhm.
You know? So like,
I was
how are you
17.
supposed to? Yeah, how are you supposed
Yeah.
to know?
You
These
start
kids-
ramping up for them when you're 10,
Yeah,
11,
Dude,
12,
I
you
did
know.
for sure.
Yeah, you just don't have the experience to learn that stuff.
Then
Yeah.
there are some kids who have no mechanics who are like thinking that they have all the pressure and all the stakes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, where, bro?
Yeah.
Relax.
That's powerlifting.
Which is like, yeah,
For
it gives
sure.
them something to live for, though. You know?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
it really
yeah, you don't
does.
want to burst a
It
bubble.
depends.
No,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's a fine line. You don't want to burst someone's
No.
bubble
Like,
about being excited and
yeah,
stuff. That's
yeah.
what I tried doing here too. Like all these kids getting ramped up, but like if they want to get better, they should probably listen to
I
me.
don't
yeah,
burst
it's
their
like, let's
bubble, I
get
just-
real too, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
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 I just do my own thing, right?
Mhm.
You kind of just, you're lifting more than them, but they're like not me right now for sure. But like we're not throwing our shit around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Usually
know.
the best aren't the loudest. That's for sure.
That's for damn sure. Yeah.
I hate that saying though, because I'm pretty loud.
Are you?
But just in general,
not
or they
really.
always say like, what do they say? Like the smartest one in the room's the quietest and shit. I'm like, fuck,
It
dude, I'm
depends, though,
often
like-
the loudest. Am I an idiot?
No, I don't know.
If you're trying to be like some energy, there's
Yeah.
a difference between like bringing energy and like
Thank you.
we're also not sitting in a fucking seminar when we're hanging
Yeah,
out with friends.
that's true.
You know what I mean?
Or like new people, I'm not the loudest bitch.
Yeah.
No, you're
yeah,
not.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think that's
Thanks,
saying
I'm not
it's,
an idiot.
Whatever. Yeah.
Well, I think this next one may actually relate to that at all. It's how aggressive you were as a toddler.
Is genetic?
Yeah,
And then you grow out of
apparently,
it?
according to research published in Psychological Medicine, frustratingly aggressive behaviors like hitting, biting, and kicking in early childhood have more to do with genetics than environmental factors.
But then you grow out of it. It's only
You-
toddlers.
and then
I
after
hope so.
Well, I wonder if
Hope
there's
you do.
repercussions.
they
though.
say early
Or like
aggression
a
may be an
parent?
inherited trait, but after the age of 6 is more about environmental factors.
I was gonna say like
Parenting.
I wonder what the toddler you're aggressive. Then what's the adolescent? Like, is there does that gene play?
Apparently, it
Does that
have
kid
to.
like milk or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Does he still kick? Or does
Yeah,
he still
does
like? Is
something.
he a bully now?
Does he have
Yeah, yeah,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, or does he like sports, or is there something tied?
Yeah,
in?
there's an after.
Yeah, I don't know about a toddler, but like young buck, I was pretty aggressive.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that like? 10, 11, 12?
Yeah. Well, shit, all the way up to about 18, but yeah.
Did you guys get into fights?
Not real ones, but people try to start fights with me all the time.
Mm.
Not all the time, because I went to Hogwarts, but sometimes.
Is that because of your personality?
Probably. And this is gonna sound really stupid, but like I was the cool kid.
Yeah.
You know, but I was the cool kid that was the nice kid. I was the cool kid that was the funny kid. I was the cool kid that was good at it. Like, my school is like not like Disney Channel, you know? It's not like the jock's the moron and the jock picks on like the drama kids. Like, the drama kids were my homies because I did drama.
Yep.
You know? Like, I was a cool kid, kind of. My group of friends were kind of like that, but I was good at school. I was good at this, you know?
Yeah.
My mom's a teacher. My dad's a basketball coach. Like,
I feel like you're confident, and that's
Yeah.
also why you got picked on.
probably. And it was always kind of like my school too. Like, a lot of times, like the dickhead kid was the bully, not the jock.
Yeah,
Right.
jocks weren't
Yeah.
usually bullies.
You know what I
Usually
mean?
they're cool guys. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them
you
are.
go chill with them.
Yeah, a lot of them are. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, some people just like try to test me a little bit. Not that many, but some.
Did you feel like you were the cool kid at the time, or is it in retrospect you think that?
I kind of knew.
I
I
didn't think I
kinda
was
knew.
cool at all in high school, like period, and then we went back from like my 10-year high school and reunion, which is the only one that they've ever had and the only one I've been to. And there were people who were like talking to me that I had never probably talked to in
Yeah,
high school.
but they
who-
remembered you.
Yeah, and like thought I was cool then. And I'm like, fuck, I wish somebody told me.
My school system was so different. It's hard to say. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think like everyone got along. We really were. I was friends with the nerds. I was friends with the music kids. I was friends with the drama kids because I
That
did
was
them all.
me. That was
yeah,
me.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
your school's big, so like you almost had to make yours is more impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Because like we were all, you had to be friends with them, in a
No.
way.
Yeah.
Or you were going to be the dickhead.
Yeah.
Um,
it would also be like exposed.
Yeah, everyone
Like,
knew. No,
even the teacher would be like, Mike, what? Like,
No.
I just saw you be a dick to him.
no, everyone
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
the sore thumb. Yeah, there wasn't really bullying. You couldn't
Yeah.
get away with
It was too small.
It was
Everyone
too
knew each
small.
other.
That's
yeah.
good.
And there was dickheads, but yeah, it was you're so exposed when you.
But
were
those
the
dickheads are going to be like not in those groups. Then.
Yeah.
Like
But I always knew I kind of even to this day I think about it, but I know it. Like I kind of have an energetic field about me.
yeah.
Like that, you know, the people.
Yeah.
It
get
can build
that.
shit. It can build
you're
shit.
confident, but you're also kind, and then you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
Also, you also
I
like,
can just relate to people, and I'm like the I don't, dude. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. Astrology or something. Am I the moon? What circles around the fuck?
Am
what?
I the moon,
Yeah,
bro?
The moon, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
that's,
the moon.
That's the theory,
What does
right,
that
Mike?
mean?
Well, we haven't been outer space, so
That's
we don't
the-
really know. But if we were into outer space, we might think that things
I mean-
float around the moon.
We're-
I'm the moon.
Okay, fine, but I mean, it shows too, because now you're also like,
Okay, Mike, fine.
you were everyone knows you as a person who like networks and knows
Yeah, yeah.
everyone, right? So it's
Yeah,
it's been a part of you since
for sure, Ski.
you were younger.
Yeah.
What about you, Kyle?
I didn't really hit or anything. I've always hated confrontation.
You didn't bite nobody?
Mm-mm.
You didn't punch nobody.
I
Did
never
you get-
hit people.
Did
Like,
people
I
pick
don't
on
know.
you because you're like tall and you stand out and you're athletic and things?
Sometimes when I
Mhm.
grew up, yeah. But like, I've always hated confrontation. Even as an adult, I don't
Yeah.
like confrontation. Like, I
Mhm.
really hate it. And I mean, I think part of it's just like, hey, don't be a pussy. But part of it's like, all right, like, I just don't like not really drama, but like I don't know, like it feels unnecessary.
It
A
is
lot of
I
the
think
time.
it is drama though, right?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
want to start
because I think the person that's bringing the conversation to me is approaching it with an emotional view and like not a logical usually.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, okay, not only do I have to diffuse what you're doing, but you're emotional as well, and you're not going to want to do this with me. It's going to be me doing all the work here.
Yeah, you can't find a resolution when
Exactly.
one party's going
Yeah,
crazy.
and that's where I generally feel like if there's confrontation, because I don't like bringing confrontation to people because I hate it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what it feels like. So like, for example, but I try to expose myself to it more because it's inevitable, right? I mean, you'll find it wherever you go. So
Yeah.
being at the gym is honestly, I mean, you guys all know, is a good like way for that to happen.
I was gonna say, like, you do very well with confrontation when you need to do it in
Yeah.
terms of like in the gym.
Yeah, you
Um,
don't understand like
You have a cooler head than I would have expected.
Yeah, he
you to
does.
have
Yeah, you're
by
really
a
good at
long
approaching
shot.
people. I'm like,
The-
talk to Kyle,
in
bro.
my head. I'm not.
I'm
In my
ready to
head, I'm
hate people
erratic.
like from jump, and I'm
Huh?
sure I'm ready to hate people from jump.
I'm like Jim in that,
Yeah.
for sure.
I used to be like that, but like I don't know. As I grew some like emotional maturity, I definitely like. I used to just really just not that I hated people, but just
I do.
didn't feel their perspective at all.
Well,
And, like
yeah.
so, what I mean by like confrontation thing, like let's say like there's literally a homeless person outside our door tweaking out. They're obviously on drugs and stuff like that. I have to go like do something about that, you know. And so I'll have to go talk to them and like
You're more
redirect
so much
them.
more kind-hearted about that stuff.
You and
than I was.
Seabass are both really good at that,
Yeah,
whether you
yeah.
think so or not, or like you're still working on
daddy
it. or
energy.
You don't like
Yeah, I just shut the garage door on
Not
them.
what I said.
I'm just like, all right.
on their toes.
It depends if they're being really psychotic. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know
Some
what
of
to
that's
do.
so hard, bro. The world doesn't even know how hard it is to deal with some of
No.
that.
Yeah.
all
You
Besides,
need
like-
degrees for that shit.
No, literal.
Like, you
Yeah,
need, like
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
bad.
I feel really bad when I'm like out at a coffee shop or a little like cafe, and then the like barista, super nice and sweet, like has to deal with these people
Yeah.
because I'm like they don't.
That's
know
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
to-
hate that shit so
Yeah.
much. Yeah, when people are like put like, oh, what's taking so long? And there's like 50 people. I'm like, dude,
This is
she
just how
makes
long it takes.
17,
yeah.
18 an hour.
Yeah.
I personally get mad at red lights, so you know. Whatever.
Yeah. So you hate the government. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on hating the government, dude.
Bro, the yellow lights though. Fuck. No, I'm kidding.
Yo, fuck yellow lights.
Those yellow lights.
Okay, we got two more, and these are actually related to the show in a way. One is a love of or hatred for the gym.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think it's genetic.
That comes
they've been trying to pinpoint it, but they feel like there may be a gene that interferes with the release of dopamine,
Oh,
which is
through
what
exercise or something.
why we come to the gym.
A fear.
I actually don't think I have that. I've never felt good after a workout.
Really?
I've never gone like yippee. You know, like all the memes are like,
Yeah.
didn't want to go. So glad I did. Felt great after. Never felt that.
It just felt like you needed to do it, and you did
It's
it.
just
I get a little more. I get a little more energy.
Maybe
I think.
sometimes.
Like I'll just like kind of get a little more pep
That's
in my
definitely
step.
dopamine.
Yeah.
Mine's it's very rare that happens, man. I think it's just because I've done it so long. So maybe I'm numb to it.
I was thinking that too.
I've literally trained 4 days a week since 8th grade.
No, I was thinking that too. Like you've been doing it for so
Yeah.
long that you can't.
Yeah, I can't differentiate.
No, it's a chore. It's
Yeah.
almost like it's so routine that
No,
you don't.
It
see
literally
the-
is like taking a shower. Like
It's
how many
literally
people? Like
dumb.
how often? Twice a year do you say like, "Damn, that was a great shower," or "Man, I really want to shower." Right? Like
Oh, I do a lot. No,
you got dopamine overload.
no, I get dopamine from like a really like comfy shower.
I like comfy showers, but most of the time I'm like rushing to go somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like
No,
the
I'll
amount
set
of
up
times.
a shower date with myself.
No,
Aw,
that's beautiful.
that's so cute.
Yeah.
No, I'm,
It's me
it's
time.
not that like you know.
Oh no, it's okay.
Are you talking about
It's all right.
masturbation?
I set up like candles and shit.
I do that.
That's for a bath though.
Yeah.
Shower. would
sometimes
be a little
candle- or-
sketchy.
It's inside.
I'm like, wax going everywhere.
Are you a
Look,
30-minute shower?
Yeah.
Ugh,
It's my shower.
I hate it. It's the
Maybe
water.
you need it. Maybe you
You're
need
not-
it.
Water is a limited source.
You're not waiting. We're giving it to LA. Those dang liberals are giving it to LA. No, I'm just kidding.
You need
no,
it. Maybe.
I just like I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
do enjoy showers sometimes,
That's
especially in the
thing with-
winter.
or like a walk. Everyone's like, dude, like hot girl walk, a hot guy walk. Like, but like, it feels so good after I walk. I force myself to do all this.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm tired.
I got to get my steps in. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never
For
once
sure.
left on. Came back from a walk like, wow, that was so enjoyable.
That might come from like athletics, to be honest.
Maybe.
I think those people haven't been exposed to
Yeah.
like real adrenaline, like
Yeah.
endorphin
Oh my
rush.
God,
Yeah, maybe
you're
a
right.
You
really
score a goal or something,
Yeah.
or you, like as a kid, like
Yeah.
you are on.
Yeah,
level
big
10,
basketball
you know?
game, maybe I'd get both, but there's so much involved, right? There's the teamwork aspect, there's the winning aspect, and there's the I just worked my tail off, I'm sweating dopamine aspect. So I don't
And
know
you're
which
with your
one's
boys. You're all
driving
feeling
me.
the same thing,
Dude, I was thinking
there's
about
nothing like that camaraderie.
I was thinking about it the other day because I was about to go back to my high school to go practice with them. I didn't end up going, but long story short, I was thinking about like memories of it. And there's a memory the one time Dean Durham, my strength coach, came and watched me play. Like that sticks in my brain. This is fucking 17 years ago. And we won. We hit a buzzer beater to go to overtime, and then we hit a buzzer beater to win overtime. And I just have a memory because it was the Super Bowl just happened or is about to happen. And the Niners, there's a big photography. I think it was our linebacker was just sitting there, just soaking it in, just looking at the audience. And I remember after these two buzzer beaters, it's our rival. It's like the best team in the league. And I'm just sitting there looking. And then I just remember seeing my head coach do a lap around his hands are up, and he's doing a lap
They get more
around
excited,
the
bro.
arena, bro.
Yeah,
He's about
yeah,
it. I'm just
yeah.
sitting there like, oh, fuck, dude, that was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Tear
yeah.
just falls from your eyes.
Swear to
Real.
God,
It's
swear to
some
God,
crazy
swear to
shit.
God.
Yeah.
Core memory
I
right
don't-
there.
I
Boom.
don't feel a lot of things like that no more.
Because like
There's
it's
so
so
many-
natural. It's hard to
Dude.
get that.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
just so
replicate
raw.
that.
The arena's going fucking crazy.
Yeah. You can't replicate that.
Yeah, it's
shit.
so raw. There's not a lot in life that's like that.
There's a few
No,
moments
for
like
sure.
that.
It's so
Yeah.
funny.
And-
And then we go in the back, and my assistant coaches are ripping my head coach for just taking a lap and shit. It's just
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
Like, we looked around to hug each other, and coach is gone.
He's just running sprints.
Some people don't experience that maybe ever in
No,
their
ever.
life.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Because as an adult, like, where do you get that? Maybe having a
Yeah.
kid?
Oh. Or
That's a whole different feeling.
Oh. no.
Yeah.
It's
Takes
just a
it from you. Just
completely-
drains you.
Maybe the next 18 years. But I imagine the moment's special.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. One moment is like in high school. Yeah, same exact
Right?
situation. I'm pitching. I threw 7 innings, like 1 hit. And like that was the game that got me drafted basically. Like there's, 20 scouts and stuff like that. I just remember the crowd's going crazy. Like because the guys on the other team, 4 of them maybe 4 of them. 4 of them are in the big leagues right now.
Oh, sick.
And like they're nasty. Like
Yeah.
they're good. One's like starting shortstop.
Was it
One's-
Jesuit or some shit?
It was Elk Grove.
Oh.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
JD Davis, Ryan
Interesting.
Telez. There was Jake Rodriguez on that team, but he wasn't or no, that was the year before. But like, you know Ryan Telez?
Yeah.
You heard of that name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with that kid. Like, so I was
wow.
like 5 years old. He's from Elk Grove. yeah, he's a good kid. But I just remember that game, just after. It's just the most surreal shit you've ever.
One of the Niners is from Elk Grove.
Yeah.
Eric?
Rick. He,
Me and
he
Eric
played with
we're
grew
good
up with Kyle.
friends. Yeah, we play on the same football team.
Oh shit.
Yeah, me and Eric are really good friends.
His-
Yeah,
his-
did you see that he came out about Sacramento? Like he's how important
Oh, yeah,
Sacramento
he's
is.
No, he
like-
talks about it all the time.
He gets
He's about it.
the
His-
Walter Payton Award of the Year.
His dad was
every year.
my
Yeah,
shooting
yeah.
coach for a little bit.
I think it's Walter.
His dad's been a
Yeah.
big. He was shooting coach for the Kings for a very long time. Gus. Yeah, Gus was
Yeah.
a basketball town forever.
No, I knew this whole family. They're
Yeah.
a good family. Man.
Yeah, there's 2 brothers.
There's Armand. And
Yeah,
then,
Armand.
I don't know.
Armand
the
was
middle
good too,
one.
right?
Yeah, but they sued USC because they were giving him some like medicine or something that
Oh,
like
no.
gave him like heart problems.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah,
'Cause I do know-
I don't want to like
Yeah,
put
yeah,
their
who
business
knows?
out there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
it's
think
something
it was
weird.
public, hopefully, yeah.
I'm sure it was.
I know they had to come after UFC.
Yeah,
which
but
is,
I know
rightfully so.
I know all the Suns were good athletes, basketball
yeah.
and football.
Yeah, I mean Armand went to USC.
Yeah,
yeah, and then
and Eric's been balling. He's been
Yeah.
starting on the Niners since he's drafted. His whole career's been with the
Yeah.
Niners.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Oregon.
Yeah.
And then, dude, he's a freak. What's crazy is he loved basketball way more.
Yeah. Well, his dad was a basketball dude.
Yeah.
His dad was all about it.
Yeah, he loved basketball.
Yeah. He was good too.
Yeah.
He's just not exactly built for
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
A
That's the
little
thing. Yeah,
thick.
he's built to be a lineman, bro.
Mm.
Like the end.
Yeah, they're smashing.
Yeah, he's a killer. He's a killer. Him and Bosa.
Didn't play baseball though. Eh?
No.
Speaking of Bosa, I saw a video from the locker room of Bosa talking to Purdy, and he's like, "Dude, like you don't react to anything. How come you don't react to anything?" I was
That's
like,
good.
"I would
Yeah.
be so, I'd be so nervous, or I'd be so hype, or whatever."
Bosa's
and he's
kind of
like,
stoic too.
"He's like, I don't know. It's just I play. Like
You
I
see
don't know."
Bosa?
I
Look at
feel like
Bosa.
defensively you can get away like with Nick's position. Nick, yeah, we're first name basis, but Mr. Bosa's position, you can get away with being any way you want to be. Versus Purdy, I mean, offensive-minded
Yeah.
people, it's a much different game. Like
Yeah.
it's a much different game, and they'll even tell you that. Like the end,
tank.
you could be a stoic guy or you could be a freak. Like you're still gonna run at the quarterback. Like it's not like
Yeah.
you're not drawn up. You know,
Yeah, you don't gotta be
Z
water
dig
boy.
on 2 X flat. Like you're not doing all that shit.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I got this gap.
6'4", 270.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they say that the
I didn't know he's 6'4". What a tank.
They're kind of the-
270.
270,
He's
bro. He's a
jacked.
tank.
Good looking.
No, he's a
dude.
beast. Handsome.
guy.
You should go wipe that up.
Yeah, you got it.
You probably out deadlift him.
What were you saying, Jim?
I was just saying that like good quarterbacks slow the game down. in their mind at least,
Yeah.
so that they can see openings and opportunities and not freak out and
Everyone plays at their pace.
Yeah.
Everyone on the field, defense
Yeah.
and offense, plays at his pace.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Tom
exactly.
Brady was very good at that.
yeah.
What was the original
Ball
thing?
sports.
Sorry, Abby.
It's okay.
What was the original?
The original thing was whether or not you liked going to the
We're
gym.
talking about the adrenaline
yeah.
and the.
Going to the gym.
Adrenaline and all that.
Yeah, I
The
wonder if that is.
excitement.
It might be tied to sports too, right? Because a lot of guys that go to the gym like football or like
Yeah.
baseball, or you know what I mean. And,
Yeah.
and then a lot of people like don't understand like why would you go to the gym all day? Like they kind of walk or jog or something. Like they don't. Like the typical cyclist probably isn't into football, basketball, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe not, probably not. Although, like, Barry Bonds is into cycling now.
Yeah. But
But that's like
he's been
post-career.
into
He was
baseball
also
for 40 years.
Jacked as hell.
Yeah.
He,
He's
he
obviously
also
into the
lifted
gym
a
and
lot of
baseball.
weights too.
Yeah.
That guy's
And
a
not that you
freak.
can't get the dopamine from a marathon style run. Obviously, there's
Yeah.
like a runner's high that's similar. But I've never had that shit either. And I've biked like 30 miles.
Yeah.
Like how
Yeah.
long do I got to goddamn go to get a little
No.
stoned around
Yeah,
here?
that's what I'm saying.
Not far, actually.
30 miles, bro. That's a bike and a half.
You trying to get stoned?
Well, they say runner's high is like crazy.
Yeah.
Some people say it's like euphoric as fuck.
Yeah. I'm not a runner, but I do know what they're talking about.
But I
And
am
they,
a track star.
They like, and if you run like after a rain where there's a lot of ozone, like
Yeah.
that'll do it.
I remember the first time I smelt ozone.
What? What does
You
that
never
mean?
smelt ozone?
No.
It's when the water from the sky hits the warm ground and it
And it
breaks.
smells nasty.
And it
Oh,
no,
it
it
smells
doesn't.
delicious.
It
That
just-
smells like heaven.
Yeah.
It smells like the earth.
I want to
hasn't been
put that into a
washed.
cologne.
Ozone is
called
03,
ozone?
right?
I don't know. I just
think it's
remember being a
03.
kid at like I don't know if I was at the Grand Canyon or Zion or one of these parks. I'm fucking like 8 or something, and there's a sign like says like if you smell ozone, clear. Because of
yeah.
lightning strikes and shit. I'm
Right.
like, what the fuck's ozone? And then I smelt that smell. I'm like, my mom's like, yeah, we should probably head back to the campsite. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Dude, you'll make the cologne. We'll call it OH
Oh.
dash zone.
Oh, face.
No, like,
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? How do you spell that?
I just did.
Oh, capital O, maybe O, capital O, O with an accent.
Dash zone.
It's got to have an accent over one of the O's, so it sounds like French because all cologne's French.
Mhm.
That smells really good.
What, the ozone?
Ozone,
thing?
yeah.
I don't know. How would
should
you
know it.
We
describe
should
it? Isn't
capture
it
some
musky?
ozone.
It's a little earthy, but so are men. We're supposed to be a little earthy,
That's
a little
the
bit of
point.
musk.
It's earthy and chemically at the same time.
Yeah, I love all that. Yeah, but like a hot ass cement, like a summer rain.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah, that's the strongest ozone.
I'm into some
smell,
weird
I think.
shit though. I like skunk. I like gasoline. I like
beer and green bottles.
Expo
Yeah.
markers.
I don't mind the smell of a
You
marker.
get a whiff of gasoline.
Yeah, or like spray paint. I don't mind that
Nice.
I
chemical
think it
shit.
kills your brain cells.
Yeah.
Well,
That
very
explains
close
a
to it.
lot.
I got enough to give.
That explains a lot.
If
I got
you're-
excess.
you're close. You know.
I've never huffed. If that's what you're asking.
No,
I just-
but good to know.
I just watched this British very dark comedy, and this guy was killed by somebody taking expandable foam and sticking it up his nose and pulling it in
Like
his throat.
this shit. Remember that?
Yes, exactly like that, except the kind in the can.
Shit? The
And he
insulation.
suffocated himself.
No, they suffocated him.
Oh, no, I could
oh.
easily kill you with the shit I was putting on these walls.
Oh yeah, but
This
that
wall's crazy. You put like this much heavy, and it goes like.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Oh.
Huge.
That was crazy to see.
All right, last one. And this one is controversial, I think, because I think it's bullshit. It's whether or not a diet works for you. And
Yeah.
this is based on mice studies and a lot of people that we feel strongly about, like your Lane Nortons, your Spencer Ladelsky's, whatever, discount this as a like very strong determinative factor in humans.
Yeah.
And
I
I think
it's like the result you want from the diet, right?
Yeah, and like humans are. The whole issue with dieting is that the humans are much more complicated creatures mentally.
correct.
Right? Like, if we're looking at pure physiological evidence of certain things, protein synthesis or whatever, then mice and pigs and stuff are pretty similar to humans. But when you're taking something in that you have to be accountable for
Yeah.
and stay locked in on, like a diet.
Discipline.
Yeah, like now we can't really compare to mice
Yeah.
because we have brains. Sorry, mice.
You know what I think of with
Mice
like,
lovers.
what's funny is like you go through like a list like this, and like, you know, you guys know a lot about diet and stuff like that, and you have professionals around you, and it's like the one thing that comes up that you guys, let's just say like you are experts on. Let's just say that.
Thanks.
Like that comes up, and it's like that's kind of bullshit because XYZ this like imagine all the other things we
Right.
don't know shit about.
No, if we were
Yeah.
like a psychologist,
Yeah.
we could maybe argue the Jim dopamine
exactly.
one.
Be like, oh, that
100%.
one said that, but that's
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like shit, man.
You can
like,
find
is
the
it
holes.
real? Like, is it true?
I mean,
Like,
this entire list we gotta take with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, if you're an
yeah,
expert
yeah.
in an area, you can always find holes.
It's like studies
or-
from PNAS. Like, well, okay.
Wait,
I don't
what?
trust you. The
Hello.
PNAS studies.
PNAS.
You're
studies.
so
Yeah,
gross.
that's what it was saying.
We bring up Nick Bosa
PNAS.
once, and you start talking about his penis.
No, I don't. I'm not even attracted to that guy.
Whoa, Nick!
Ooh.
Ooh, burn.
She's like, come for you.
Get
bitch.
mad.
She's already playing the game. That's
mad,
why
bro?
now he is gonna come
Okay.
for her.
Relax. We're
Yeah.
not gonna DM him or nothing.
So I was talking about Dr. Spencer Nadolsky, who is now the medical director for Weight Watchers, by the way.
Oh, look out, Oprah! Didn't Oprah buy that thing?
I don't know.
Somebody
she
bought
was
that
Weight
thing.
Watchers. Yeah.
Yeah, she bought it.
was.
Maybe. Okay.
But now she's on to some other shit already.
I'm sure she probably
She's
is.
stealing money from people in Maui.
Yeah,
Um,
bitch.
I just listened to an episode of a podcast that I don't listen to all the time called Unbiased Science. They had Spencer and his brother Carl on, and they were just ripping Huberman apart. And
Yeah.
you like,
Huberman Lab.
yeah, I've never really like taken to his content at all because I could see it coming.
Yeah, I
You
like
know?
him. I like him a lot. It's just like anything else, and part of the issue is the nature and the elevation that we've put content creation on because you can make so much money. So
Yes.
then you're going to constantly have to create content. And
Yes.
so then he can't just talk about his two expertise all the time.
Right.
He's going to have to stretch into the things that emotionally attack humans to make them want to learn about it, which is money, dating, and how you look.
Fear appeals.
Right? Yeah. How you look,
Yeah.
right? So those three things, now every content creator ends up creating around that area because you're going to hit the heartstrings of everyone that wants to listen. So he talks all this diet stuff,
Yeah,
all
and-
this red light sauna, cold plunge stuff, which has applications, no doubt. But everyone's talking about all these things like they're miracle pills when it's outside of your expertise per se or your lane. And
Yeah.
he's smart.
He's smart, but I think he's just way out of his lane.
Well,
And-
because he
and-
doesn't read those studies all day. He's
No.
reading neurology studies
Is
all
he
day.
spreading false information?
Yes.
He's talking very like silver lining of every.
Yeah,
It's hard
just
'cause, like-
cherry picking
Yeah.
studies to
Oh, he's-
whatever. He has
Selective.
Very
yeah, and
selective.
he's got advertisers on his podcast
Right.
with things that are not at all proven. You know, like
and he literally is one of the best neurology doctors on the planet.
he's not a doctor though.
Okay, what he has a PhD.
He's a PhD, but he's not a
Okay,
medical
okay.
doctor.
Well, that's what I meant.
He's a
Well,
researcher.
PhD, yeah.
right.
different.
He's at college at Stanford. Whatever the case, the point is that when you're the best at something, you spend and have to spend a lot of time reading papers and research in that area. Whereas his hours to read the research and papers on everything else that he talks about, it's just probably not there.
Because boring isn't like fun to listen to.
Right, and no,
And
he's
boring
not.
is usually the right.
He's
thing.
not going to get
You-
a million viewers talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like, then don't talk about those things that are super minute. I think
But
there are
that's where the money is.
But he's
though.
making millions.
there are boring things that you can make interesting.
You can.
But he probably beat that. Like,
But
you know
the-
what I mean? He probably
No, there's literal
already beat
science.
what is that? The thing with
The
the
horse.
dead horse.
Yeah, the
whatever.
horse. There's
He probably
literal.
already did that forever.
There's literal science that shows like those three topics are what humans is the easiest thing to sell to. And
I
it's
just-
it's dating and relationships, how to get women for dudes.
Mhm.
It's how to look better, feel better,
Okay.
get muscular, and it's how to make money.
I found the word sell out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
call that if you want,
Yeah.
for sure. But that's everyone. I mean, that's the issue with
Absolutely.
content creation now is that to make the big bucks is you're going to have to, fuck with other people and find a secret. Bro, I got an ad. I was trying to find the video, and I think it's chopped up, so it's all fucked. But it's Dr. Oz talking about an ancient rice method. This is some crazy shit. It is a 100% scam, but it's probably like a scam within a scam, so I'm also being scammed. Where he's talking about like dipping your feet in rice to lose weight and shit.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? But this is like a big ad on like fucking Kick or like
Yeah,
Rumble or
it's
some
bad.
shit. Like
if you
it's,
cut
it's-
off your legs, you'll also lose weight.
Bro, it's crazy.
Because you're reading it, you know.
Well, you've probably seen some of those Dr. Oz episodes and stuff in the past.
They're
What are they
crazy.
doing? They're doing Huberman type content.
And
Yeah.
this is why I'll never make money, because like I'm not gonna sell out.
No, literally.
I'm never gonna like.
Your income may be limited by your morals, yeah.
it
like-
will be for sure.
But you
Yeah.
can make money. You can definitely
Not
make
gonna
money.
be sell out.
This show started out as a show where Mike and I would talk about a topic and we'd throw out what we knew about it or what we felt like we knew about it, and then we bring an expert in to tell us like the thing. Well, that event, you can't do that forever because you have to find experts that can talk about stuff.
Right. Or even topics that are
And topics,
yeah.
it becomes very difficult in the content game to keep it going and keep the level of audience interest up, and you have to keep reaching for crazier shit and unproven stuff and cherry picked studies and all that stuff to stay relevant. And like it's really hard to do something like Nadolski does, or like Lane.
Yeah.
Like then Lane has
but even
to.
Lane, like he's got to just rip other people.
He's got that's
Right?
what I'm
Like,
saying. He
yeah.
comes back around to after a while.
Yeah.
You just have to start targeting the people who are saying the things that you disagree with and hoping to pick fights with them. And I mean, like I'm fond of Lane, honest to God.
Me too.
But that's what he's got to do because it's the content game.
There's
you
no
know?
new content on protein synthesis right now.
No.
It's going to be every 5
Nobody
years.
cares.
Yeah, there'll be one
Yeah.
study every 5 years. There'll be one study every 5 years
Yeah.
that actually has a significant difference in hypertrophy. So what are you going to do all the time?
I think finding another way to share information that is valid, including shitting on other people, like what Lane does, right, is fine.
Yeah.
Like
Mike Israel
as
does
long as
similar.
you're not-
It's
Yeah.
great content.
I mean, he does it in a way that's like not the pettiest thing I've seen on the internet.
No.
I think he does it in a great way.
Right.
And so does Mike
It
Israel.
depends on the claims that the other person. If the other person is saying, "I will cure this from you," he needs to rip that person.
Right,
apart.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
it just. But if they're saying like, "Oh, white rice is better than brown rice," like, well, Lane doesn't rip those people apart anyway. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but he kind of
It's
matches.
cordial enough.
He matches that energy,
yeah.
and he's not saying anything that's not true or like
Right.
saying
Yeah.
things in a certain way.
But those are rare breeds too, right? They
It
both
is.
have their PhDs.
Yeah.
Like they're both absolutely geniuses that walk the walk, have coached hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
He
So
does
like
it-
to
he
create
does
that
it-
kind of content's tough.
Eric Helms was talking about Huberman recently too. It's
Yeah.
somebody else that we revere, and they're less popular in the world because of the unwillingness to just like talk about
Yeah.
to be negative, number one, and or to be positive about stuff that isn't unproven. You know?
No, those are three of the best names you could ever follow to actually learn what the fuck's real. Mike Israel, Lane Norton, Dr. Eric Helms, like they're absolutely insanely smart, but sadly they'll not. And they've all done very well for themselves.
Yeah,
they're all very highly successful humans, but they'll never be
they're not
Rogan
Hubermans.
and Huberman. Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't reach the pop media for another 30 years, if
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah.
think it's coming to the point now, which in a good way is like there's so much bullshit out there is that like you can make clickbait content by disproving it or like
Right.
saying like it is bullshit, like which
Yeah.
you get it while it's hot.
Yeah.
Because like you can only do that video so many times.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like if you say like because the amount of bullshit that you can make up and say works is endless.
There's more
right.
bullshit out there than
Yeah,
there is.
I could say you
There
put,
is facts.
you put
Yeah,
rice in
for
your
sure.
ears before bed, you're going to lose 5
Yeah,
pounds
for
in a
sure
week.
there
Like,
is.
someone's reading that like, oh, well, white rice. Like
Someone's
I really
tried
like
it.
what- Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's like, damn it, I
you're
am
gonna
fat
actually
'cause of
read
white
that
rice.
though.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna read that. You're gonna be like, dude, Mike, did you see that? Mike, or Kyle, did you see that? And it's gonna go like that.
It's gonna get
But if you
triggered.
say, oh, don't eat as much rice and then you'll lose some weight, no one's sharing that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Nobody cares.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's the shitty part.
It comes down to the fact that like the stuff that we know and the stuff that works is boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Everything else is more exciting.
Yeah, well, it doesn't change, and it's
Doesn't
not easy.
change.
It's
That's
settled.
really what
That's
it
why
is.
it's settled.
Because it's not easy,
Yeah.
and it doesn't change.
I
Where these miracles change,
Yeah.
and they promise an easy route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Eric on very early in this show, and we did an episode about being able to spot like scams and frauds and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
what a
and
gimmick is.
What a gimmick is, yeah. And any time that somebody tells you that they have the absolute answer, they're full of shit.
Yeah,
For
or
sure.
if something
If
solves
they say, "We
like
bel-"
5 things.
Right. We our current understanding is we believe because of this, whatever studies studies show these things, but these studies show something else, whatever. Those people you can believe, but they're not going to tell you something absolute because there isn't anything absolute.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest thing is how many and also how many problems and ailments does it solve?
Right.
At the time we talked to Eric, the biggest thing on the internet was CBD oil.
Right.
Now probably the biggest thing is like sauna, sunning your balls, and cold plunge. And not that those don't have any efficacy, and not that CBD doesn't have an application. It probably does, but you literally, if they were to do a cold plunge commercial in the same format they did pharmaceutical commercials, everyone would know. right at the end, like may do this, may do that, may do that, may do that, maybe do that. But they talk like, oh, it fixes anxiety, it makes you stronger, it makes you smarter, it makes you happier, it makes
Gives
you
you a
lose
wife,
weight.
have kids,
Bro,
get a dog
don't
and a
need a
house.
disclaimer.
All those things are legitimately what they say.
You
And
don't
like,
need a
Right.
disclaimer.
you can't be doing all that. It just doesn't do all that. I don't know. Yeah, the lawful side of that. Like, how can you
I
claim
think
it?
because it's social media or something.
Yeah,
like
or
that.
because it's water. You know, and
Yeah,
it's not
'cause-
like a thing you're selling. You're selling like a process that's. You're not selling it. I'm not selling you water and
Yeah.
saying, hey, water does all this. I'm selling you
Yeah.
like the idea of how to use water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
'Cause
why.
then they could just twist it and be like, oh, well, you did this incorrectly. It wasn't this like.
Because if
I don't know.
we should do this would actually be a genius parody. If we made a fake commercial, make it serious, and we sell a sugar pill that, and everything we claim it does is what companies claim cold plunger sauna does, and we post it, I bet you the comments rip us for being fake. For some reason.
Yeah, I would guess that'd be
Oh, for
true.
sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But why?
Yeah.
Why do people want to believe one thing, but they yeah.
Because now pills and people
Yeah.
are starting to wake up like, all right, not all pills are great. Like
Yeah.
our country obviously has a financial tie to all this,
Yeah.
and like,
It
and so
actually-
maybe people are like, yeah, like a better term, awake.
That's what the Nadolskis were kind of talking about that too. It's like everyone calls them big pharma shows. Whatever. It's like we're not taking money from
Right.
from pharmaceutical companies. Like we're just kind of dealing with facts on the ground as we see them.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, especially them because they've made their route elsewhere. They're
Yeah.
not like clinical.
yeah, sure. All right. Let's just tie a bow in this one.
What you got, Abby?
You can find me on Instagram at avi.lieu.
No new clients yet?
No.
Soon,
I mean,
kids.
yeah. I don't know. Soon.
All right, we'll let you know.
Inquire,
she'll
and I'll get
vet
back
you.
to you.
All right, hit her up
Depends
on
if she
Instagram.
likes you or not.
Yeah.
Depends.
Pretty much.
Depends if you look like Nick Bosa.
Yeah,
That's a no.
Whoa!
Just kidding.
yeah. Dang, poor Nick, dude.
What you got, Sebas?
IG at Sebastian Brambila.
Okay.
And then Instagram Kyle.Castro with 2 O's.
Oh.
Also inquiring for personal training if you guys need. I'll just push them over to Avi. And I'll take the money.
Yeah, the funnel. Ladies and gentlemen, new episodes Wednesday and Friday. Thank you so much. Goodcompany.discord.com if you want to tap in. 3sb.co for all your apparel needs. And I'm Solid Mike, where you want to find me.
I am at the Jim McDonald on all those social media. The show is 50% facts. 1% is a word and 50 is just numbers. 50% facts is a Spreaker Prime podcast in association with iHeartMedia on the Obscure Celebrity Network. I want to talk to you next time. Whatever.
You guys got energies? How are we doing, team? How's our energies?
Oh, that'll put Seabass here all day.
Let's do a short and then we can do a short. We can do a short now and then do the same thing again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Seabass, you got to run home?
Well, we can do a short right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, then we do another medium boy tomorrow at like 11 or something?
Yeah.
You want a podcast tomorrow, Abby, or are you busy?